I can't be your mommy. Okay, I'm too pregnant. I can't be your mommy. I'm not a binary person. What do you have to tell me about my identity? Because I know for a fact I'm not confused. Okay, next question. Great statement. That's a statement. You know your identity. You're not confused. Congratulations, sweetheart.
Oh shit. Man, feet cold. Yeah, so what's going on with this weather? How come it ain't cold yet? How come it ain't cold yet, man? Chicago, man. Y'all know late October is like.
I was out there.
I went outside. It wasn't that bad. It was usually like, bro.
It's cold today.
Define cold, cause.
I was out there trick or treating. I took the kids out to trick or treating. It was going to get 45 high feet. And it was right. Wet, breeze. After the stop show, Asia was like,
How Chicago is.
Man. I was a shorty, bro. Remember being a shorty in Chicago, man. It was and it used to snow in like September. Remember back then.
It snowed in May.
May?
It snowed in
I was always nowhere.
It snowed in June one time. And that man is downtown working. And the snow started to come out the sky in fucking June. I was like, Jesus ain't right.
I saw hell coming down in June too. Ice rain.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So you never know with Chicago with that lake effect always make the
Yeah,
weather.
this time I told you cold like the water.
For how long? I mean, for like how long is this cold gonna last?
They said it's supposed to be cold for a little bit. It's gonna get warm again though.
That's how it always is. I remember one Thanksgiving it was like 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Man, I think that's like, I don't know, man. I think that's like,
God did this.
Damn, that's fucked up. It's gonna be 55 Friday and 59 Saturday.
I mean, yesterday it was down here. It was 75 degrees.
70?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you said yesterday?
Yeah, I was coming from the game yesterday. I was hot. I riding back. When the sun came out, it got up like 75. Then when that sun left, it got back down to like 60, 55. When that sun left, it was cold. The sun came out, got a little warm.
it's gonna be cold as hell tonight. Tomorrow.
Don't worry about it. That's tuning in. This is the pre-show. We just pre-gaming.
Chicago weather. Can't really.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I was married being young, man. It's snowing, like you said, till May. You know what I'm saying? And last year it didn't snow in February for real. The snow stayed on the ground for like a day, and it was over with.
They talking about this February supposed to be hard though.
Oh, for real?
It's a little bit polar vortex around that time.
A polar vortex? No, not that again, but it was tough about being outside and polar vortex, man.
Yeah, you work outside.
Yeah, I do work
Work
outside.
for Amazon. Same shit. I mean, kind of working outside, but not working outside.
All right, let's get the show started, man. Chicago Black Delegation Podcast is a show dedicated to the reshaping and reclaiming of Black culture in America. The intention of this podcast is to improve the conditions of Blacks in America by way of platforming different ideas. At no point will the views shared on this podcast, be it the show title, conversation headers, individuals express ideas, or otherwise should be interpreted as an attack on other groups, but rather a means to a greater end for Blacks in America. Views shared by individuals does not represent the views shared by the Chicago Black Delegation, its staff, or other guests, unless specified. Especially when you're wrapping the videos, because I know y'all get that. Alright, start. So everybody, this is Chicago Black Delegation. Our first live show ever. Definitely a long time coming. And we got a phone number right up there. It's right there, right? Yeah, we got a phone line up there, and when everyone call in and talk some jive with us, share your disagreements, or show some love, whatever. It's right there, and it works. I think it's the last time I checked. So yeah, folks. So right now we gonna just be doing like a video reacts type of dig, and have some sad conversations going on. Just keeping it real cool. You know what I'm saying? If I take the damn music. But yeah, but for real though. So, everybody introduce yourselves, tell what you're about, you know what I'm saying? So with Sherelle, we'll start with you.
Hi, my name is Sherelle. pretty much kind of like a fitness guy or whatever, and up and coming actor.
Show them the games.
Yeah.
Show them the
A
games.
little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty much into fitness, personal trainer, and up and coming actor. Working on a comic book, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just an average Joe, American. I'm just,
This is going to
just
murder.
I'm making it every day suck with my opinion that I'm going to share with you today. You know, I ain't got too much to say.
All right. Next.
I mean, I've been following up. I mean, guys, I just found out I didn't have to.
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Jay Rashid, man. You know, model like the comedian. You know, shit, we doing our thing. You know, with the Black Chicago Delegation. Shoot, man. You know, check me out on my YouTube, Instagram, Jay Rashid 718. You know, we do live streams on Twitch. So I mean, check me out on that. Other than that, you can see me on here.
Know what I'm saying?
You know, you're supposed to go with him and Justin. I should have been in. You know what I'm saying?
All right. We'll pander to you next time. Don't worry about it. All right.
What you live at? I did not send somebody the link to the live right now.
Oh, so it's on the
Facebook.
it's on my Facebook now, right? Just just type the link from the Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be you can just bring it back. It's gonna be about as informal as it gets everybody. So just bear with us. But yeah, so like I said, Sherelle, you finna be the next Black Panther. You know, tell her what that's gonna be, what that's like, man. What that's gonna be about, man.
Man, if it's in God's plans, then of course, you know, I definitely can see myself in the role as Black Panther.
All right, yeah, I mean, you should have been, you know, you nice and healthy and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? You could have been. Matter of fact, I know they got a spot open for you. You know what I'm saying? They got a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the star. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I mean, you know, I got some ways to go, but I'm gonna get there. You know what I'm saying?
You been working on your African accent?
Yeah.
All right, don't bring it, don't bust it out now, man. You don't want to.
I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I've been working on it. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
for sure. Hey, King, man, you finna be a comedian, bro. I don't know why you ain't talking about that, man.
I mean, I ain't saying I was about to be a comedian. I just said I was going to try.
All right, well, I think they gonna rock with you, man. And okay, so we can like I said, we pretty much gonna be reacting to stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of wild conversations going on ever since we started this podcast in general and stuff like that. For the most part, this podcast is mostly about teaching kind of what's been going on or talking about what's been going on in the Black community. Especially, I would say up to this point, it's been mostly about the past, you know what I'm saying? And kind of setting the foundation of what people need to understand about what happened to us foundationally to essentially explain to what is going on today, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people essentially failed at understanding Black history. And in essence, they blame the Black people for the conditions that we're in, when it's not solely Black people's fault. Don't get me wrong, we are going to take some accountability for a lot of the degeneracy in our communities. But let's not pretend that we haven't been coerced in these conditions by way of lies and, capitalism. You know what I'm saying? This is not per se anti-capitalist establishment or pro-socialist, anything like that. We share, for the most part, we share ideals that that's various. Like we all don't think the same per se, but we do all understand that if we don't take care of our own problems, especially monetarily, nobody's going to take care of our problems for us. If nobody got any comments, we can go to the first video. Let me see. Yeah, say put it on display. Yeah. So we're pretty much going to kick it off now by talking about what Brandon Johnson got going on with this entire migrant situation. Y'all got any thoughts about the migrants and all that stuff? What's been going on with that?
Man, it's a little crazy, man. It's a little too many people coming in at one point in time, and just the simple fact that they believe that, you know, the taxpayer dollars supposed to take care of all these people. You know what I'm saying?
Our taxpayer dollars, right?
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And we don't take care of our own people like the way we're taking care of these people. And then I have a problem with, like, we call them migrants, right? But they're doing the same shit, you know, Hispanic people do. They come over here for a better living, but they're supposed to be a little different. They're not running from anybody. Nobody's killing these people. Nobody's doing shit to these people. They just coming over here because they're told you come to America, you're gonna get some free shit. You know, American people gonna take care of you. And I feel like that's a problem. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole time, especially yeah, I agree with that. And you stay like in the thick of that, you know what I'm saying? You actually see them on the street and like cutting people grass and stuff like that.
That's it every day.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I know we talked about like off the script about it too, but like I mean, you still show love. I mean, even though you know what I'm saying, you say what you say, you still show love to them. Like you know, someone be coming around and
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, two of the little dudes came to cut the grass. And I paid them to cut the grass, you know. I ain't got no problem with that.
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, yeah, like that's kind of how I feel about it too, right? I mean, it's cool that they want to you know come in and assist put in for the economy also. But I mean, coming up here to ask for just a handout, that's kind of like that's a bit egregious, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I agree with you, you know what I'm saying? Just like, of course, the notion of America gonna take care of you, but we taking care of everybody but our own, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially in Chicago, like everybody, like I've heard everywhere that 70% of Chicago's homelessness population is black people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and it ain't been like that since yesterday, right? It ain't been like that since the migrants came here. It's been like that for an extremely long time. So now all of a sudden we're gonna have a conversation where we're gonna start allocating some money for some people that need something. Black people, like that 70% of the black folks in sleeping on the streets and all that stuff, they've been need that money for decades. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of call BS on a lot of stuff that's kind of happening right now because, like, man, I mean, come on now, like, they been hungry, they been cold, the whole nine for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but so they feel like their situation is self-inflicted. They feel like, well, there was American people, they made bad decisions to get there. I mean, these people made bad decisions coming here too, believe that we supposed to take care of them. And that's like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody falls short in life sometime, and these people fall short, but you feel like the need that you need to take care of these people versus your own people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they calling it, you know, it's an asylum. Like I said, nobody's hurting these people. Nobody's shooting these people. Nobody's chasing these people. They just coming here because the government decided not to pay their bills anymore. And they told me I was going to have to fucking work. And they were like, whoa, I got to go.
All the time.
I feel you on that, but I also feel like everybody ain't coming up for the same reason. You know, so I feel like for the most part, they probably are. But I feel like because it's like saying like all the migrants in Mexico. So you got
No, I didn't say I didn't call them. These are technically not Mexicans. These are Salvadorians, Ecuadorians, Venezuelans. There's two different groups of them. These are not Hispanic people. But the problem is they're doing the same thing Hispanic people do. And we call those immigrants. And we ship those people back. We treat those people like, you know, we treat them like shit. But we're opening our doors for these people. But there is no difference. They both come here for a better life. So, and why do these people take priority over like Hispanic citizens that's been here for years, working, paying taxes, trying to get their green, you know, get all their business. And these people come in, they jump the line.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree with that. You know?
My personal opinion is like, I just don't understand why they got to occupy the black neighborhood. We already are. A lot of the black neighborhoods are already impoverished. We already don't have enough resources, and now that the migrants are coming here, they're actually taking away from some of the programs that's for kids.
True.
And it's like, you know, if we go and protest and, you know, other Hispanic people that's already been here feel like we're being racist or we're being very biased towards these people, but in fact we're not. You know, you take these people that do not understand our culture, we don't understand their culture, and you just put them in our neighborhood. It's a little raise of concern. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what their intentions are, what they could be, what criminal background they may have, what they will do, you know, because, you know, you had a situation like this a while ago where when the war had ended somewhere in Afghanistan or the Middle East, and a lot of those people come to the United States and they were pretty much taking advantage of the younger women. You know, I'm not going to say the R word, but they were doing that, and they were trying to do that, and they was taking all the food, and they were doing a lot of heinous crimes because of their culture and not understanding the American culture, and more specifically not understanding black people, because we do carry ourselves a lot different from a lot of other cultures here. Not saying that we're better, But we do carry ourselves a lot different. Black people bring these people carry ourselves a lot and have no clear plan for them cultures. Shut down schools and parks. But we do carry ourselves a lot different. Black people bring these people carry ourselves and have no clear plan for them cultures. Shut down schools and parks. We do carry ourselves a lot kind of black people bring these people carry ourselves and have no clear plan for them.
That's part of it. They trying to cause conflict. And that's also make black people go to jail. We get more black people go to jail. I mean, one dude last week, he got into an altercation with 3 of them. He shot all 3 of them. But they posted it like, well, black people are killing the migrants. No, but it's a reason, it's a cause and reaction for every situation. And we're not trying to ask about that cause and reaction. You see what I'm saying? We not, and y'all putting these people in, they don't know how to speak English, and they poor and they stealing, they robbing. You see what I'm saying? So, of course, motherfuckers don't shoot you.
And already the idea that a lot of people don't understand this, but even in some African countries, the images that they show them of us as Black Americans before they get here is nothing but us as criminals and thugs and things of that nature.
So they believe it.
So when they have other cultures come here that's from other countries, they look at us being low lives and pieces of shit anyway. So it's already a lack of respect and disregard when they get here anyway. So they already feel like, well, America don't care about these, N-words, so why should we? I don't know, man. I mean,
that goes back to, I mean, people gotta stop believing what they see on TV and movies. It's a movie. People fail to realize movies, TV shows, this is entertainment.
Yeah.
This is not real everyday life. But problem people will see movies and believe that this is how the world really is. This is fiction. Most times it's fiction. Now, they give you probably a harsh biopic of us, but that's not everywhere. Black people conduct themselves, they have dignity, they carry themselves in a certain manner. It depends on where you grew up, you see different things, but we're not all reckless, hooligans, loud, ignorant, you know what I'm saying, as they try to portray it. Because African people really believe that we waste opportunity. So that causes a dysfunction between us and them because they believe we're just fucking savages and like, you guys got all this opportunity and y'all piss it away while we're over here begging for this type of opportunity and stuff of that nature. But that's not true.
Yeah.
And to add on to that point, it's like people needing to separate themselves from what they see on TV. Like the network execs, they're only going to air what they want people to see because it's going to get them ratings, what's going to get the most views. They're not going to show the truth if it's more mundane or boring or something like that. They want to only show what's going to get them the most views. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
What makes us look bad.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, shit, y'all just nailed it. I ain't say that damn word. So we can get into this first video, man. It's a little bit about what's been going on with Brandon Johnson and what he been doing with how he's been allocating the funds. Let's get into this first video.
Making almost $200 an hour. These invoices show it has happened at the privately run shelters housing migrants. Today, I talked to aldermen who say they've been asking for receipts as well and had no idea of the figures until our report last night.
These invoices obtained by NBC5 Investigates show employees of a private company, Favorite Staffing, which runs the city's migrant shelters, have made at least $135 an hour, in some cases more. In one invoice, a facility manager made $14,000 in a week in December. Another invoice shows a nurse earned more than $20,000 in 1 week. Those figures do count for overtime.
Like that.
My man said a week. I'll touch 20 grand.
What can you do? What can I'm trying to imagine what I'm gonna do with $20,000 in 1 week.
I don't know if I make another 20 next week. I'm gonna be like, I can blow this 20. I can take this blow this 20.
Hit a FanDuel or something.
Why not put $1,000?
10 grand on 5,000 on LeBron James.
Can't go wrong.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the car in cash next week. I just bought a Jag in cash. Just talking about it. I just put 60 on it. I just bought 60. I'm just gonna get 3 weeks. You gotta make sure you ain't selling drugs. Nope. I'm working a legit job.
Here's our paycheck.
They job they pay you this much money. You ain't gonna work for NASA. Hey, NASA don't get this type of money.
They really don't.
For real.
So what job do get that money if you ain't like an entertainer or you don't like own property or something like that?
We giving this to the security guards and the maids.
Let's get it.
That's presidential money.
That's rich figures.
Yeah.
That's presidential money.
Let's hit the rest of this movie though. This video.
and they should be cause for an immediate investigation.
Do you have accounting for where all the dollars are going?
No, we haven't been. And I think that's a big concern. We're willing to accept federal dollars. We're willing to give dollars to these issues, but we need to see where every penny is spent.
NBC5 Investigates filed public records requests 3 months ago. So far, we've received just 2 invoices, contracts, and a spreadsheet showing since October, the city has spent at least $80 million on companies and organizations that provide care to the 13,000 migrants now in Chicago. Aldermen voted Thursday to accept another $33 million in federal money, but raised some concerns that it comes without knowing where the current dollars are being spent. Something we asked Mayor Brandon Johnson about.
Can you and your administration commit to being more transparent and release some of the documents?
Hey, watch this. Watch this game.
So let me just make sure that you're clear and everybody else is clear here. Every single Monday, there's a conversation with alders who are part of a working group. Every Friday, there's an email that is sent so all the alders can see it. We have released information providing details of the fact that when we appropriated the first $51 million, I was the person that said that the vast majority of it went to staffing.
Vast majority, huh?
Now, if you're looking for some more specific items, what you want to know about, like how much this costs for spoons or forks, I just want you to be very clear that we have released a very detailed response of how we are dealing and addressing this humanitarian endeavor. If you're asking for us to do it on a regular basis, of course we can do that.
The mayor went on
All
to say his administration, his
All right. So yeah, the VAT. He says, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, of course, I'm gonna get all this money to the staff. But as we also gonna find out later, maybe in the next another show, a lot of this money ain't been going to Chicagoans. You feel me? The staffing is going to the out of towners. Like that money we was just looking at. That's not going to Chicagoans. Those are going to the out of towners. You know what I'm saying? So, some people make the argument that, oh, well, you know, they coming from, they gotta set up shop here and they away from their families and stuff like that. But
soldiers don't get paid $1 million to be away from.
What are we talking about? Feel me?
Go to war.
Like that. You talking because she's a couple 100 miles away. You can talk to her every day. Nobody, you living a cushy life.
I got one question. Where the fuck is our reparations at?
Everybody else get this money, but we can't get no
We can't
money.
get shit.
And
I
if
mean,
we pay black people black, the world would be broken. But we can pay everybody else in the world would be fine. Okay?
$20,000 a month is $1,040,000 a year. God damn. Can I get the reparations, man? Can we get the reparations package?
Yeah, he wanted to send $100 billion. Yeah, he wanted to send $100 billion for them.
Who wants that $100 billion?
Joe Biden.
to Israel, but we can't get fucking.
I don't want to get my boy canceled off YouTube. I don't want to say what I really feel about Joe Biden.
America.
No, this is America, man. Freedom of speech, baby.
Fucking devil, man. Fucking devil. That's the worst motherfucker they ever put in office.
Oh,
I said that shit 5 years ago. I put that shit on
they was
Facebook.
both
I said
one had
these were
one
the
on,
worst.
one had the left.
I said these
That's
were
true.
the worst motherfuckers to put in office. A girl got mad at me and said I was trying to kill something positive. And
He ain't shit positive. Old Joe been negative since he came out of his mama's pussy.
This motherfucker trying to put more black people in jail than goddamn Bill Clinton shit. You know what I'm saying? All of them.
I mean, actually, they was in loops and they went to
Yeah,
build
all
together.
motherfuckers work together.
It was him, Henry
Right
Clinton, and
with
Old
Kamala
Bill.
Harris and shit. You know what I'm
As
saying?
soon as he said, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black," I
For real.
Get the
Yeah,
fuck
I'm
out
good
of
on
here.
that shit.
I'm like, bro, this dude is.
My ancestors spit on me because
Smack
we
your
used to
old
call them
ass
monkeys.
with a collard greens, nigga.
Man, they call this dude Jim Crow Joe for a reason, and it's like, there's a whole presentation about his contentment for black people when he was up and coming in the 90s, and when he was working as a senator, working directly with who was that? I forgot the guy's name, but he was very much so a segregationist. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to keep black kids out of white schools, you know what I'm saying? Knowing damn well the condition of these black schools was inferior, you know what I'm saying? So like, and that's just kind of an example of how why we shouldn't be, you know what I'm trying to say, why we shouldn't be comparing black people, I'm sorry, white success to black success, because white success is essentially has been tailored and polished. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they was given something that black kids didn't have access to. You know what I'm saying? That's and it was, and it's not just the it's not even just the school system. There's like a whole bunch of other stuff, like starting with the education of their parents. You know what I'm saying? That can contribute towards the upbringing of those kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a whole bunch of stuff. And Joe Biden just wasn't empathetic of that. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays he wants, he's more older, and you know how older people get, they try to be more kind because they know they finna meet the maker and all that. So you know how that go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he be almost about to meet the maker when he be tripping and falling. And
my man be embarrassed. He's omnipresent. Be sleep on national television all the time. Joe Bill would die down
talking gibberish. You be like, Jimmy, have you up? What did you just say, man? But I wanna add to what you're saying, Marcus. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was young, little boy, whatever. Me and my friends would go around the neighborhood, and we used to collect spiders and put them in a little container and poke holes in it. And then the next day, all the spiders would kill each other, and then the last remaining spider would kill himself. He would hang himself from the top of the container. And I always said that was the spider experiment. But if you look at it on what is going on today, you're taking all of these people, black people, Hispanics, or whatever, and you put them into all these little bitty confined spaces, like the projects, and now we don't move from the projects to row houses and all of this or whatever. But you also you give them the poorest resources of food and education, the whole system of no resources for jobs and things of that nature. And then you infiltrate something like drugs or anything else like that, you always going to have violence. It doesn't matter what group of people it is. You know, why the American people try to act like black people are so violent and we are so lost and our IQ levels are so small or whatever, is that you have structurally, with systematic racism, put us in a position to where we only know survival and we don't know how to actually live in cohesion with each other that way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Jim Crow and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and all these other motherfuckers done got together and created this system to where they took the black dads out the neighborhood with the war on drugs and shit like that, and infiltration of the music and all of this stuff that really turned us into what they think is savage people, but I don't think we're all like that. But that was just my point, you know what I'm saying? I call it the spider experiment, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jay, you got something to say about that? No, but that's true though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to disagree with that at all. Anybody got anything to add before we move on?
No, let's keep it going.
All right.
One of the great airports of not only Chicago but the Midwest, and to see it being used as a migrant shelter is very alarming. It's not only a humanitarian crisis for the migrants, but for the people of Chicago as well. My sources at O'Hare are telling me that there's an outbreak of diarrhea. Who's going to want to fly in and out of this airport? Police that I talked to are saying it's not just in the airport, but also in the state.
I don't know.
There's 18 migrant shelters in Chicago currently, including Chicago, which are reporting an outbreak of diarrhea, overflowing toilets. This is a concerns for the police.
Wait till the video play, man. Y'all wild, man.
Of their ships. And how are they supposed to arrest the epidemic of violent crime when they're babysitting migrants?
2,000 pounds.
Oh man.
They're probably gonna get.
They said overflowing toilet. Okay, what they eating is called? See.
Don't say nothing racist, man. Come on now.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
All right.
I don't know what they doing.
I mean, it could be
It's
the
the
food.
environment.
It's the food because they're not used to the stuff that they
Right.
That's true.
With the environment.
That's
so
true.
their body is shitting it out because probably they used to eating a lot of things without a lot of pesticides and steroids in it. Now they're eating a lot of shit their body not used to, and it's kind of technically poison.
We know the motherfucking American diet is fucking poison.
Yeah, we just got used to it to an extent.
I mean,
I like
born with it, so it's like,
enzymes to eat
it's
this
natural to
poison
us,
shit.
I mean, if you drink dirty water all your life, dirty water ain't nasty to your body. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just
Man,
what it is.
that's true, man. America, we got the poorest diet there is.
Yeah, and they're trying to make it seem like it's a great diet.
Man, this diet is shitty. If you eat this diet long enough, you're gonna die early.
America made the Luther burger. Come on, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Luther burger. I couldn't even drink it.
I watched this video of like some kids in London, and they was experiencing certain American foods for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And that shit was hilarious.
That
Why
shit,
such
yeah.
large portions?
That shit was funny as hell. But like, no, I've been watching those videos too. Like foreigners that try out stuff like this is always like too sweet. Like,
They do this every day.
you know.
Yeah, man, we got fucking high fructose corn syrup and shit,
Yeah.
and ketchup. Fuck, we need high fructose corn syrup and fucking ketchup for.
Because the sugar will make you addicted.
I know, right? Keep them coming back.
Sugar
That's how you make all the money. Keep them
Sugar is the number one drug in the world. It's
I
not
know, that's
cocaine.
more addictive than cocaine, right?
No, it was a dude, this white dude, he did a detox from sugar. And I promised the guy he looked like a crackhead, like he was dying. You know how the crackhead look when they detox?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he was. My man, like he was dying. He was sweating. He looked so defeated. He was pale. It looked like one little drop of coffee, the nigga would have turned to Superman. That's all I need. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you, sir. I needed this coffee. I needed to save my life. I was dying over here. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like my man was going to die. It's like his body like he was about to go in shock because he didn't have no sugar. Like, I need sugar.
That's wild.
Yes.
I hope. Yeah, man. So yeah, diarrhea. I'm right there with you, man. It'd have been nice if they came up with a better name for this.
I mean, I think he explained it perfectly because it's a shitty situation.
Oh, you got a point.
It's a shitty situation. These are shitty people. Why do these shitty people think we're supposed to take care of shitty people?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, that's pretty much that just speaks to how unplanned this whole situation is. You know what I'm saying? It's like how it all started, right? Was Lori Lightfoot criticizing the governor of Texas, right?
Yeah.
And governor, criticizing like, hey, why y'all pushing these people back? They're trying to find solace. They've been pushed out of their country, or their government failed them, all these other platitudes and stuff like that. But I mean, bro, like, how come we didn't do any type of in-depth research about a plan as far as how we can take care of these people? You know what I'm saying? It seemed like it seemed like everything, a lot of stuff was just following everybody's chest. You know what I'm saying? Especially the way everybody's been meeting up with at these town hall meetings and essentially crying out to Brandon Johnson, like, yo, what's happening? Like, there's literally like videos of people being expressing their surprise that they are building these structures to house these people, these migrants, and I'm like, how is this a surprise? Like, how could this be a surprise? And it just goes to the leadership or the lack of communication. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think it's the lack of leadership and communication. People don't understand law. A lot of people didn't know Chicago was a side of law.
Yeah, true.
So at the end of the day, you can't do what you technically want without being. But who's going to fucking sue me? All right? The migrants ain't going to fucking sue me. They're going to sue our system.
Who is me? You talking about Brandon Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, he would be breaking the law if he sent him back. Technically, because we signed certain things to be displaced, so we have to abide by these rules. But we see other people that are like, asylum states, they say fuck it, no. So if they can say fuck it and no, why the fuck we can't say fuck it and no? And then I just want to understand, when did the fuck America become the Justice League of the world? Why everybody believes that we supposed to save people and all this shit? Like, who the fuck no?
It's between UK and America. They want to be the world's police.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the fucking thing. We're not the Justice League. Not on my dollar at least. Now, if you got Iron Man money, do it. But not my money.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to pose a question. What if it's just he just ain't got no control over it? What if it's just out of his control?
Brandon Johnson.
What if he's run by another organization, a secret organization that we don't really know about? Somebody that's kind of running the shit behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I think about that a lot with all of the mayors that have been here from daily, from my time of knowing the mayors from Daily to Lightfoot into this guy now. What if he just don't have another choice but to follow suit or whatever the agenda is given?
Yeah. I mean, I believe he has a choice, but the problem is, like they say, I forget who says this quote, but where there's disaster, there's opportunity. So what I mean by that is it's always an opportunity to steal some money. Okay? So nobody's going to stop no way to steal no money right now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of money out here. We're about to get this money. We're going to do a lot of moving around. This shit going to disappear. You just got to take the heat, and you'll be all right. But you better count. It's going to be bigger when you leave. Okay? That's just kind of how the game goes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think nobody's going to stop it because there's too much money being moved around and people are making too much money. And they're not going to not stop making money.
Big facts.
Can't argue with that.
And people fail to realize immigrants, migrants, that's a $1 million business. Okay, people have to get this notion, this fact that migrants are immigrants. When they get jobs, they don't pay taxes. They pay taxes. They actually pay more taxes than you. But the funny part is they don't get none of that tax money back because they're not United States citizens. So how you get your tax return at the end of the year, they don't get that shit. They get to keep all that money. The Medicare, all that shit's taken out their check just like American citizens. But they would never see those benefits. You see what I'm saying? So I have a homie, he told me they make certain places make up to $200-300 million a year just off immigrants alone in taxes that they would never see. They would never get that money back. You see what I'm saying? So, and they try to use that to American people. They tell that, well, migrants, immigrants, they don't pay taxes. But that's a fucking lie. They pay taxes. They pay more taxes than you. So this whole notion of migrants, immigrants, and this problem, this will never be seen to stop because they make too much money off of it. You see what I'm saying? It will never stop because that's why they push them, because it's going to be money to be made off these people. When we give these people these jobs, we're going to tax the shit out these motherfuckers. And we're going to eat a lot of money off these people. That's why they're allowing 270,000 of the motherfuckers to come, because they're looking at the dollars. Okay, that's 270,000 motherfuckers. Half the motherfuckers going to be working. We're going to tax the shit out them niggas, and we're going to get paid. And they're going to do it for like 10 to 15 years before they really get a real citizenship where they can start claiming taxes and something. They say, like my buddy, he didn't get his green card. He did that. He said, bro, I lived in this country for 10 years. I just became a citizen. He said, I've never got a tax. He said, and I lose. And he said, bro, this is my first time about to see what y'all get, because he's never got it. So just imagine that one person, that's 10 years of money built up off one man. That's one man. 10 years you got him doing this. For 10 years. Imagine doing that to 2-3 million of it.
Wow. Yeah. It's true.
Okay. And so all I was saying, we was talking about a little bit about Joe Biden and stuff like that. And not to say, how do I put this? You good, Sherelle?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Like I said, speaking of like Joe Biden and like a lot of stuff that's been going on with their essential. Okay, this is what I mean to say. When I believe that was Sherelle that made the point of like calling the question: is this really Brandon Johnson's doing? You know what I'm saying? Is he the one? Calling the shots? Is there like a force behind him, some sort of people perpetuating an agenda? I personally think it's just the Democratic team. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he doesn't work. We all know he doesn't work alone in all of this. But more so, I would say is I wouldn't say it's like a team of like hidden people, anything like that. I'm pretty sure okay, not to say that there's nobody that's not having some sort of influence from behind the scenes that's outside of the camera and stuff like that, behind the curtains, if you want to call it that. But let's just, for all we know, you know what I'm saying, keeping things as, as a conspiracy theory free as possible. Yeah, obviously Brandon Johnson has a team. He surrounds himself with like-minded things, people that can help him guide Chicago into what he envisions or what he advertises Chicago to look like in another in the next in its time as the mayor, right? That aside, I believe that team is not just surrounding them, but it's essentially the Democrats in general. You know what I'm saying? Like getting rid of Brandon Johnson and his ideology of like what we need to be doing with migrants. It's not going to end with him. So like everything, like us throwing all this slack Brandon Johnson's away is yeah, we stand in a light and we hold somebody accountable that needs to be held accountable, but we can't forget the fact that there's a system empowering, emboldening him to make these decisions. So and in my opinion, I'll say it like that. In my opinion, that would be the Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying? Because had Republicans been in office, this city would be going a completely different way. Will it be going in a better direction? I don't know. Probably not. Right. But what I do want to bring people's attention to is alternative solutions, or maybe possibly the Green Party. And I think a lot of people don't know about the Green Party and its different meanings and its different places on the political spectrum. You know what I'm saying? As far left as it goes, and then as ranging to as far right as it goes. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like to keep myself in the center just to keep myself balanced. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think, especially black people, this being a podcast dedicated to solutions for black people need to move in a way so that we are going to be winning. You know what I'm saying? And when I say winning, that doesn't mean we're going to be doing better than like other people, or we're going to be imposing on other groups and their livelihood and stuff like that. Well, all I'm asking is we do, we make it, right? That's all. I mean, we if we're going to be 14% of the population, I suggest that we hold, let's say, 14% of the wealth in America. You know what I'm saying? Especially with us being there laying down the bricks or laying down the foundation for what we know America to be today. You know what I'm saying? So all that said, I want to introduce everybody to the Libertarian Party, presented by a good brother called Maj Toure. Definitely check him out on YouTube. He is the founder of YouTube channel called Black Guns Matter, or a foundation called Black Guns Matter, dedicated to arming black people, keeping guns in the hands of hardworking black people, of empathetic black people, and black people that's mostly just want to protect their families. You know what I'm saying? And there's definitely an agenda going on to strip guns away from people in general, and that type of idea, in my opinion, is definitely going to hurt black people in many ways than just one. So let's go to this video and see what he's talking about.
Values are in alignment with liberty, especially if you're in black and brown communities. You've been conditioned to believe that liberty is not related to you. That wasn't by accident. You've been a part of a matrix. They plugged you in. The beauty of that is, and taking ownership of that, is now that you know that you've been plugged in, you can unplug. And the information at Freedom Fest, these are the things that wake people up. The reality is we're winning. That's the reality. The reason why Freedom Fest has continued to grow is because more people, are seeing government as the horrible entity that it is. That's why the Founding Fathers wanted very little amounts of it. And it's beautiful. The government is doing so horrible, it's a fucking layup for us. It's a layup. So, you should be at Freedom Fest next year. You should make sure that you're informing yourself about things that are in alignment with your own interests. And you should start doing that by having a loving and empathetic question of the principles, policies, and legislation that are fostered onto you in your community. You should lead into the things that are in alignment with your own individual sovereignty. You are a free man or a free woman. The problem with that is, now you have to be responsible and accountable for your actions in all of the areas of human activity. And I hope, pray, meditate jump up and down that you come on the side of liberty with us starting next year at Freedom Fest and get hammered with me, because I'm not even carrying a gun, so we can drink as much liquor as you'd like.
Yep. So I think so. Just maybe go a little bit more in depth about what he means by this. Libertarianism is essentially, as he said, less government or as little government as possible. We understand, libertarians understand that government is necessary, but it's only necessary to an extent. You feel me? So it's good to have somebody, for the most part, calling the shots. You know what I'm saying? Providing laws and providing solutions for communities as a broad spectrum, but still leaving individual states to their independence. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, every town, every household has their own specific needs and stuff like that. Let alone neighborhoods, community, townships, cities, counties, and what have you. You know what I'm saying? So again, yes, there's some. Yeah, we can say that there's some government needed. However, to rely on the government to tell us that we need to be providing money to a lot of things, a lot of countries, a lot of wars, a lot of charities, like everything you think of, like it's kind of what libertarians, I'm sorry, believe that it's a bit egregious for them to assume that Americans want to put our money towards everything they put their monies on, especially when there's no audits. You know what I'm saying, about what they've been spending our money on. So my thing is, sure, I like the idea of humanitarianism to an extent. I understand old people, elderly people need more help than able-bodied people. Handicapped people need a little bit more help than most other people. There's a lot. Of course, there's a lot of exceptions. Don't get me wrong here, but these libertarians are definitely trying to call the task of hey, there's a lot of things that we rather put our money towards, and we rather have the freedoms to put our money towards the things that we rather see done with our money. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, even if we don't start voting libertarian on these ballots and stuff like that, I still think this is a good direction to go in, because for the most part, I hate to break it to you, not a lot of this money is getting put into black communities. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, the best way for our money to go to black communities is for us to do it ourselves, right? And if too much of our tax dollars is being spent overseas, right, I think that's kind of infringing on our ability to help ourselves as a people, especially with us us having the systemic hurdles that other communities just never shared, never had in this community. So all that aside, though, the black part aside, he's perpetuating this idea of little government for black people. So you know what I'm saying? We can start helping ourselves faster.
We just need a little government all the way around, because these guys, they've been telling them to make decisions for a very long time, and the problem is they make people believe that they need them to survive and they need this leadership. The whole concept of everybody being sheep and needing a shepherd, and everybody's not sheep, and I don't need nobody to speak for me and lead for me and tell me how to live my life and govern my life. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of the problem.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that. I think the Democrats do a very good job at that. Very good job at that. I think that black people, we are very over-policed and over-governed. I kind of believe the United States is over-governed. We have this false idea of freedom that we don't really have. We're really under a hidden kind of dictatorship. I do not agree with a lot of the gun laws that's in the United States. It's really just keeping the common people from protecting themselves against criminals that's going to already possess these weapons illegally. It's not gun laws is not helping anything. Over policing our neighborhoods is not helping anything. It's just making things worse and worse and worse. And it's going to become to a point where the so-called common citizens is going to start waging war against the government. You know what I'm saying? Because sooner or later, people get fed up with this type of behavior. We see it in a lot of other countries as well. And I don't think that the shade can be pulled over our eyes any longer. We're going to start to wake up, and it's going to be a fight for libertarianism or for freedom under this circumstance that we live under. I mean, like we were just talking about, man, we really have like the poorest food, poorest education. We living in some really, really bad conditions under a false pretense that we're free and we have this great American country. And this country is shitty to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
But they give you the illusion of greatness. You can't tell it to the average American, but they're like, well, you see how they live over here, you go try over there and see how you feel. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, you know, those are just the games they play, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we understand that this is, economically, America is better than a lot of the world. Like, okay, sure. But you're not gonna use that as an excuse to downplay the problems that we have in America, you know what I'm saying?
That food is really, that's really a problem. Like, we don't people that poison the whole nation of people.
Yeah.
Like, we poison the whole nation of people like every day. Like every day.
I think that's a separate issue though, the food thing. Then, because I'm not gonna say the government has no involvement in the food stuff, but economically, you know what I'm saying. We see where the government wants to do with our tax dollars and stuff like that. But as far as the food industry and all that stuff, like I said, you know why they do all that stuff to the food, to keep it on the shelves longer. You know what I'm saying? Right. That damn what it does to our bodies.
But that's the problem though. We used to eat organic food all the time in the 90s, 80s. You know what I'm saying? And people got by just as fine. People still made a lot of money. The problem is you don't need to be on the shelves longer. People buy food every day. It's going to leave the shelf. It's going, but the problem is they want it to last longer when you sit in your house. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't spoil as fast. So you can probably get a little bit more for your buck.
But need to eat their damn food. Shit.
Yeah, because like I told you, bro. When I was a kid, bread literally used to last in my house probably about 2 weeks max before it spoiled. Now, one pound loaf of bread, it can sit there for about a month or two, and you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be solid. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to last that long. That's poison you eat.
No food is supposed to last that long.
It's just not.
Unless you freeze.
Yeah, I do a special way to store it.
Certain type of meat or certain type of vegetables or something like that, you can freeze it and it should last, for a couple of months.
Just leave sitting in the counter.
Refrigerator on the counter.
No, it's not supposed to last that long. Cereal used to spoil. Like you don't remember cereal used to spoil.
Cereal spoil.
Yes, cereal used to spoil.
Cereal you like legit to
spoil. It gets stale and hard.
What cereal y'all eat, bro?
It's wheat. Cereal is wheat. It's wheat. Cereal is wheat.
They banned the cereal in some other countries, like some European countries. The cereal that we eat here in America, that shit is banned.
Because a lot
of the food we eat here
is banned.
It's banned.
You would go to jail for a orange Fanta. You go down the street for, you would get 10 years like you got caught with a brick of cocaine.
Take that shit to another country.
You're going down like, what the fuck you got that for? What you talking about, bro?
You can't take that shit. Food is so horrible, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you go to the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta, they got like this fountain where they got like Cokes from like around the world. And if you take that shit out from Italy or India, it's a lot less sodium in that than compared to like the shit we got out here. Like you think it's nasty out there, but it's like
because you so used to drinking it that way. Yeah. It's like, whoa, this is totally different. Yeah. And then people, when they come from other countries, they come here and they tell us our food is wrong. Shit don't taste right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Like it was a woman that was going viral. She lived in London. She lived in New York for about a year. So she bought some chicken breasts. She said, I bought 2 chicken breasts. Them motherfucking chicken breasts was massive. You can cut them bitches and make about 6. She like, bro, over in London, bro, chicken breasts are small. He said, what chicken got a breast this big? Show me the chicken because it's supposed to come off animal.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You're eating bullshit.
Yeah.
and we digest it every day.
I wanna add to something or piggyback on something you said, Marcus. You said that America, we have a lot of wealth, right? How is it that we have wealth, but most of the wealth only goes to the 1%, leaving the rest of us to basically struggle? Because I really believe if you ain't like overly succeeding or overly, I would guess, surviving, I kind of believe you're in poverty. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
Like,
tell
you
you
think
what,
about
So
it.
let me just sort of set the conversation out like correctly so we can engage the conversation the right way. Like what I said was that black people should strive for 14% of the nation's wealth. Right now we're sitting at, and if you ask Dr. Clyde Anderson, he'll say we're at 1/2 of 1%, right? Some other people say we got up to about 2 or 3%. I honestly, hold on, I haven't really found the number lately. When you try to type in black wealth on Google, they try to show you how much money black people are making, but they're not talking about what actually. They're not talking about the wealth that black people possess. Now, just for everybody to understand, wealth is not income. You know what I'm saying? So when you type in, so that in case people get confused when they type it in Google, when you type in black wealth in Google, the income is going to come up, but that's not what we're talking about. Wealth is the residual income you have after you pay your bills. After you take care of everything you need to be taken care of. I'm talking about I'm not just talking about bills. I'm talking about feeding your kids, the things you need to spend to survive. You know what I'm saying? Black people only share, according to Claude Anderson, have 0.5% of the nation's wealth. Guess who has 90% of that wealth? White people. For a myriad of reasons.
They don't rigged the game.
Nothing against them. They deal with
Y'all are thieves and y'all done rigged the game. I'm telling you motherfuckers are some devil motherfuckers. Y'all done rigged the game. And that's what it is. And every motherfucker that try to get ahead, y'all come and kick their ass.
I'm shared by individuals that not represent the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be honest.
Shared by the Chicago
Black
Delegation.
You motherfuckers that did the most heinous crimes known to man across the earth. Ain't no other race of people besides the European that done these heinous crimes to people. I'm sorry. Y'all are thieves and y'all done rigged the fucking game.
Now, what's funny part is I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. Have y'all been seeing the little video going around? I think I saw it yesterday about the little $14 an hour dude having a conversation about not being a man. She's bogus, right? So I'm reading the comments, right, and I'm reading the dudes, I'm reading the women comments. So everybody clowning the nigga because he makes $14 an hour. He's not a man. He's not a provider because he doesn't pay all the bills. God,
I got something to say about that.
Because his girlfriend, she go 50-50 on him, right? See, the problem is these black people that's in the comments, right? Half the niggas in there didn't even have a daddy. So they trying to tell you what a daddy's supposed to do and how he live. Most of your parents, your grandmother worked, okay? Most of you niggas' grandmothers did not sit on their fucking ass. They did the fucking work. Most people worked and they had a 2-parent household where they worked and paid bills. This notion that a black man sat back in the 50s and 60s, no, they didn't work, and then there was other women they had to work because women got allowed to work and they wanted certain independence and make some goddamn money. Because people got to realize if you're not fucking rich, you need somebody else to make some more money because more money is always valid.
What don't they understand about this? I don't get it. I just want to, there's so much I can say about this, but I don't want to drag this so long. What do they think that this current world that we're living in now with inflation, cost of living going up?
It's impossible.
The way the jobs and stuff is set up now is you don't get as paid as nearly as much. We're talking about in comparison to the money that was made then versus bills and stuff then versus the money that's made now versus bills and stuff now. What don't these motherfuckers get, these women and these people get that it takes a team to make it in this life that we're in now? It's like everybody is like expecting this social media lifestyle, this social media relationship shit, and it's not realistic at all. And I'm gonna to finish off what I'm trying to say is, you got these dudes who, by God's graces, they get blessed or whatever. They work hard, they make it, and nothing to take away from them. But don't be a one-up nigga. Don't be the nigga that make it and look down on other niggas. That nigga. You beat that nigga. You a low ass nigga for that. Don't ever bring yourself up and look down on the next man. You sitting there telling this man he make $14 an hour. Why don't you show him a game of how you got rich, nigga? You sitting up there talking down on him. Just whenever you make money in this lifetime as a man, don't never be a one up looking down on another nigga over a woman or anything like that. Cause it makes you look like a game goofy ass nigga. That's all I'm like.
We got an episode called "Bitch Ass Niggas." That's what they need to watch.
I don't know the dude's name, but he's pretty famous for pandering to women and shit like that of that nature. But the problem is the people in this comments, they're so uneducated. People gotta understand, black people really only been free in this country for like 60 fucking years. So for niggas that's only been really educated for 60 motherfucking years, we doing a hell of a good job. But for some reason, black people feel like they've been winning as long as white people been fucking with it, and they supposed to be where the fuck they at. And they're comparing their lives to white
Hell
people.
yeah.
And the simple fact, yes, you have some white women that gets to stay home, they get to sit on the fucking couch, and they may gotta make all the money. That's true. But we have never been in that position to do that. And even when your granddaddy or your great granddaddy did that shit, the nigga worked like 16 hours fucking a day. Nobody wants to fucking do that shit. Them niggas died in like 45 to 50 because they were stressed the fuck out because they was working 16 hours a day. So you keep telling me what you fucking do in the house is fucking slavery. No, sitting on your fucking ass and taking care of the kids is not fucking slavery. But a nigga working 16 hours a day so you can sit on your fucking ass and take care of the kids and I feed you motherfuckers, that's slavery to me, bitch. Nobody told, it's only 24 hours in the day. If I give you 16, there is nothing left for me. And back then, that's why the motherfuckers drunk and came home and beat the shit out of women. You know, nobody want to talk about that because they was fucking mad.
And let's not forget them wives were lonely as hell too. And somebody was cheating on them.
And they was unhappy.
It's always better when you work together. I don't give a fuck
Every
what
time.
y'all think.
Yeah.
Money don't fall at the fucking sky because the nigga go get a fucking job, working here, working there. What do you women think? Like every man is an entrepreneur or every motherfucker gonna somehow get rich. It just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? If your man is out here trying to make it happen, working his little minimum wage job or working whatever job he works,
he's still
and trying to pay all the bills and do all that for you, and he driving himself fucking crazy, and bitch can't even cook or clean or nothing. You got the game fucking wrong. It's all wrong. We so divided amongst all of these talking points and unnecessary talking points of 50-50 and what she should do and what he should do. How about we just work together?
And then the funny part is because black people looking at the lives of other people and being envious. This is the problem. And then the problem is everybody's life is not like that because you see one Jones with 1 million views. You see how all white women are not living like that. White women go to fuck to work just like how you go to work. But there are some that live that way. But we're not at that level yet. But when we get there, you can reap the fruits of that benefit.
Yeah.
But until then, motherfuckers got to work. Jeff Bezos' wife, she worked till the nigga got to where he was at. She wasn't sitting on the fucking couch being fucking lazy. But y'all want to sit and fucking be lazy. That's called spade what it is. Y'all believe taking care of the children is not the same. I'm not saying it's not a hard job. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not saying it. But when you got to go out and work for somebody else, all day telling you what the fuck to do, nobody's telling you what to do here. This is your kingdom. This is your place of domain. You control this motherfucker. I got to go out here and go to work for somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think some people say you got to go be your own boss. You can try to, but everybody's not built to be a boss. Some people are meant to be workers.
Oh yeah, most people are meant to be workers.
And that's because of the way American society train you. They don't train you to be a motherfucking boss. They train you to be a fucking worker. So you telling a motherfucker to be a boss, his whole fucking license he was 2, they was training to be a fucking worker at. I get here, now you trying to tell me to be a boss. You know how long it took me to learn how to be a fucking worker at? You know what I'm saying? But I'm supposed to get here and all of a sudden because this is what you want and you want these aspirations. And then these people be killing me because y'all daddies that y'all be talking about ain't around. They not those guys. That's a fucking lie. Like, let's be clear. Y'all are fucking lying. All these black women be talking about you're lying. Your daddy cheated on your mother, treated her like shit. That's what happened. That's what the fuck happened. Stop lying saying my daddy did this and that. No, he didn't.
My granddaddy did this.
Your granddaddy had like fucking 16 other bitches besides your grandmother.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't have to do it? Stop it, man.
You had some guys that do that, and that's the problem. Those are exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
That was not the dominant thing that happened. That's what they showed on fucking television. But that's the problem. You motherfuckers see what you see on television to be real. That's a scripted life, and it's supposed to project what they want to project. That is not the reality of certain situations in everyday life. Chinese women work. Everybody works. Mexican women work. Some don't, some do. That's how it goes. Some black women work, some don't. Depending on what type of man you get. And that's okay. But you can't down the next person because they're not living like you. Everybody can't be fucking rich. If it would, the world would be fucked up. It won't be no balance. Because the problem is, somebody has to be high, somebody has to be low to do the dirty shit jobs, and somebody got to do the jobs that everybody wants. That's just how it goes. Everybody will never be fucking equal in this world. But the problem is people think that everybody can be right here. But that's impossible. It's always going to be a high and low. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And nothing but.
I agree with you.
Nothing said about that one.
That shit pissed me off, that video. I didn't read, like, I ain't gonna lie, I really don't read comics. But I read like about 100. I'm just scrolling. They all saying the same shit. All of them saying the same shit. One dude that has some sense, but they all stupid. They all so fucking stupid. They think they're intelligent. Y'all fucking stupid. Y'all, none of you bitches had a daddy. I know none of you bitches. I know you did.
Couldn't with the shit that they be saying, man.
Yeah, like the dads would definitely help round out a household when they're sober, when they're men of honor, when they're men of empathy and respect and valor and stuff like that. Good men, you know what I'm saying? The system, and not gonna lie to you, not to say that white supremacists did all of it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we do need to take accountability for our own actions for a good, portion. But at the same time, like, just understand that other cultures did not have these same struggles coming up, and then other cultures across the seas with how should I say different struggles have completely different problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to, like, there's a growing population of women that believe that we don't need black men to have black babies or babies with melanated skin. Well, okay, what other options do you have? You can go get you an Indian man all you want, but are you going to just pretend like they don't have a completely different culture, a completely different system that doesn't necessarily give you the freedom that you have in America?
I mean, they couldn't even go get the Indian man because they don't want you because you're not of their culture.
You know that cheesecake lady, that was an Indian dude. You know what I'm saying? And even though he was a rarity, you know what I'm saying, but his family. It's gonna be him coming from India. It's a completely different story. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna be in for a rude awakening when he realizes this woman that was looking for a provider, as she put it, is not gonna be exactly she's not gonna be what he expected her to be, because what he expected is a woman, feminine, friendly, like the whole Kevin Samuels talking points and all that stuff. He expects her to be a certain way. He expects her to be a woman from that acts in this culture, especially when he's bringing all of that value to the relationship. But when you deal with a woman that believes that she is the value, just her existence is value equivalent to what he's offering her, that's when we have a bit of an issue. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of digressing a bit. All I'm trying to say is we can't pretend that we don't need each other. Like they trying to say, we can still have melanated babies because there's other melanated people besides black people. Lie to yourself if you want to, because black men are the head honchos and appreciating women of various bodily structures and stuff like that. We the ones that love the thick women. We started that whole notion of she thick, you know what I'm saying, or at the very least appreciating bigger women.
Used to fat shame the shit out of a woman back in the day. She could be about 100 pounds. You fat, bitch.
Exactly.
You fat. Look at that. You fat.
You know what I'm saying? But black people didn't. But for the most part, black people appreciate a lot of it, because we know what goes into motherhood and what happens to black women. I mean, starting from the simple fact that a lot of women just don't have the opportunity to work out like other nationalities do because of the wealth imbalances, but also because the motherhood and stuff like that. What happens to women's bodies and stuff like that? A lot goes into it. Not to excuse anybody. Not to excuse anybody for not working out. Everybody work out. Don't let this be an excuse to not work out. But all I'm trying to say is there's a lot to appreciate. Black men bring a lot. Black men appreciate you way more than anybody else in this entire world. And don't you ever forget that. You can make the excuse. You can make the argument that black men are marry y'all at the highest rate of everybody else. Well, put it this way. Unfortunately, black women are the least married in this in the nation right now. And guess who's marrying them the most? Black men. And it's always going to be that way. Black men love black women. And so we need to cut out all of this division. We need to cut out all of this back and forth with the whole gender war, all this bullshit. Like we both have problems in our own rights. And it's good that we hold each other accountable. But we cannot hold each other accountable without the empathy to properly cite what exactly is going on and why it's happening. And we need to also cite just how much accountability needs to be allocated to every individual person. Because again, let's not forget that there's a whole system that's participating in the pipeline of black people. And it's not just to say it's forming the way that we think or the way that we act. But it's forming, the culture as a whole, you know what I'm saying? But black people are forgetting about the system just as much as every other nationality is. And the point of this podcast is just to remind everybody what actually is going on, and just how much how should I put this? And to remind everybody that the spotlight needs to be shined on other people outside of us that participate in each individual's degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got anything to add before we move to the next subject?
No.
So here we got my man's King Randall, and just a brief introduction about who King Randall is. He is a young brother, very young brother actually. I want to say he's not even I think he's like 21 or something like that. But he pretty much did what Umar Johnson said he's going to do for the past 10 years. He started like it's more or less a group, you know what I'm saying? But he did set aside the funds, worked hard, and purchased a building, you know what I'm saying, for some kids, for some young boys, to teach them the things that their dads are supposed to teach them. You know what I'm saying? Teach them how to read, you know what I'm saying? Teach them how to change tires, teach them how change the oil, paint houses, how to make some money, online, just you name it. He's teaching them a lot. He's teaching boys a lot of foundational knowledge that all boys need to have. You know what I'm saying? So and unfortunately, there's a bit of controversy going on about people essentially being unappreciative of what he's offering to the community, and a lot of people are assisting at closing his school down. That's a conversation for another for another time. But like I said, it's just for everybody to know who King Randall is. In my opinion, he's a good brother. You know what I'm saying? He could be wronger in some areas, but overall, I believe he's doing something good for the community. And in my opinion, I do believe he needs to be supported.
Yeah, young and taking action. He's got to be 21 doing all that at 21.
Yeah, we can't expect perfection from somebody that's 21.
He's only been like 3 years out of high school. You got to, you know what I'm saying,
give him some grace, right?
Give some grace.
So
if black people really trying to shut this shit down, they should be ashamed.
They should be ashamed of themselves. Absolutely.
Instead of trying to help them improve it versus taking it from them, that's why I feel that's the problem.
Absolutely.
And you feel that you can help them improve it. Don't try to take something from them, because the goal is technically positive. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's help them improve the goal. Let's try to not destroy the man. You know what I'm saying? Let's work with him, give him some opinions. Let's make it bigger, make it better. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
then
be extended.
And to add on top of that, add to it and give to him and show some appreciation. You know what I'm saying? So if there's anything that he needs, maybe I would say maybe he shouldn't. Don't how do I put this? If he needs something, give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't have him have to do things that might be perceived as under the table to obtain certain things. Just how about the community show some appreciation and give him something to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, let's get into what's going on here in the conversation. But like I said, it's King Randall. Definitely check him out on his own YouTube. Check him out across the board. It's IG, whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? But like, let's check this out.
And that respect comes through visuals, bro. They don't care what you know. It's like they get deceived a lot because of it.
They do.
But like they don't respect you if you like book, bro.
They don't.
Let's put that out there. For anyone who wants to know about mentoring young black men,
You got a little.
if you are broke and you're not doing nothing, they're not gonna respect you, bro.
Nope. They not, and that's just facts.
That's
So, and Paxton, so what's crazy is Paxton is the one who told me to go buy my car. So I had always wanted one for a long time, and he was just like, "What you driving out there?" And I was just like, "I got my Ram, my truck or whatever. I just drive a truck." And he was like, "What you want to?" That's all. I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I'm like, "What you want to drive?" I was like, "We're going to do Corvette." He came out with it like that. He was like, "Can you afford it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can afford it." I'm like, "It's nothing for me or whatever." Like, I got my own stuff. People don't realize you got social media payout, whatever. Like, I get paid, whatever. So, and he was like, "Go buy your car." What you waiting on? I was like, "Well, I'm just scared people around here to say this." He's like, "Man, go buy your car." Like, he said, people don't want to listen to nobody like they get to him their money or whatever. He was like, "Go buy your car, show it to the kids or whatever, and they will have a different respect." So I want to go speak at this college down in Atlanta. And I was speaking or whatever. Now me, I don't wear the cool clothes. I got a pair of ones or whatever like that. But I dress how I dress. I don't dress urban. I just don't. It's not my vibe. But anyway, when they found out Corvette was outside, everybody all ears. Now they can hear. You know, but that's just the environment.
So basically, he's bringing how do I put this? He's making the argument that unfortunately our boys, due to the current climate of our culture and everything like that, and apparently I would say a form of respectability politics. You know what I'm saying? That unfortunately we don't respect people that don't got their money together. You know what I'm saying? Or people that can't show that they have their money together. And how should I put this? And having a nice car, maybe even have some clothes, maybe some jewelry, is a part of that. Is a part of that hurdle that in this conversation, black boys is going to have to deal with in order to receive good information from somebody that's actually trying to help them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I agree. I think that you do have to have some results. You know what I'm saying, to show for what you do, because believe, whether we want to accept it or not, you know what I'm saying, like when we was growing up, everybody wanted to be like the dope boy. Everybody wanted to be like the dude with the flashy car and the women and stuff like that. So in my opinion, I feel like you do have to have something to show for it, grab their attention. You grab their attention with the material things, and then you can get them with a bigger message. Unfortunately, it's that way. But I don't see anything wrong with that message. I agree, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I think it's sad though, because we just come from a society where you need to show to prove. Basically, like, you gotta, to talk about something, you gotta have something to show for it. Like, you gotta have the numbers in your subscription or views or whatever to show that you're the real deal to some people. You can't just come with something straight off the heart. So I mean, shit. Yeah, man, I gotta agree with that. It's messed up, but that's just the society we live in.
And bring the mic closer to you. All right, we're gonna take a brief intermission for a second, so to get King back on the screen. I just gotta edit this part out. So basically, both of them agree. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured something was gonna happen. But yeah, they both agree pretty much for the most part. You gotta have, Justin made the point of, you gotta show, essentially show your worth, right? Show improve.
Well, I technically disagree. See, in that moment with the preacher, I feel like the preacher, he misguided the youth right there, right? Black people gotta get tired they gotta get out this notion that they need to see a person with money, because a person can look like they have money, they can trick you with that. A con man can really get you with that. He can trick you, give you the whole look, talk fast, talk really good, and be a bunch of bullshit. So the whole goal in that moment, he could have talked to him, it's not what a man looks like, or what he looks like he had. Don't don't measure a man by his value, his items. Measure him by his actions and the things that he does with the community and how he carries himself. That gives value.
At the same time, that would be showing, you know what I'm saying, like having something to show for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm agreeing with. I don't think that like we should look to people like who got X amount of value as opposed to someone who's genuine. But that's just the society we live in. That was my point.
I agree, but I'm saying we need to come away from that. I feel like the preacher misled the dude. You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to listen to that man because he has knowledge, but the black boy don't listen to it because he's driving a Corvette. Yeah. And right then he's supposed to say it doesn't.
What's going on with it?
That's right. We definitely need to come out of that thought.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying though, if we judge people on how they look, the richest white man in the world doesn't look like the richest black person. Yeah. So therefore, you're misguided because you're judging off looks. It's not what a person buys. That doesn't even dictate you know how to manage money. If I see you buy a Corvette, I'm actually looking at you like you mismanage your money because, like Jay-Z said, you don't buy the Corvette unless you can afford 3 of them. Right. You see what I'm saying? So he can afford it, but he can only afford 1. So technically, it's out your tax rate. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be humble.
Hey, so talk into the mic because it's not going to pick up when it's to the side. You feel me?
Back side like this way?
It's not going to pick up from this. It's only going to pick up from
from like this. The whole time. Right. So I'm saying that was technically misguided, and the preacher was wrong, and that's why I don't like preachers, right? Because preachers dress like that in church. The preacher ain't supposed to be sitting up there with a $1,000 vest on, a $10,000 watch, and his congregation is poor.
Solid gold chain.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a con. And you know, you look like a con man. People with sense, you look like a fucking con man. You see what I'm saying? But basically you say little black boy don't have no sense. Because we get manipulated by the sight. Oh, we have to know that he gotta have money. I done seen niggas come outside with $10,000 jeans on, all that shit. But them niggas is really broke. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm looking right, just using my visual right, man, I know that nigga winning. Look at the shoes. He got the Gucci's on. He got the motherfucking Amiris. You know what I'm saying? He looking like he got money. But looks are deceiving. That is the key. It's deceiving like a motherfucker. So you can truly get misled that way. So as black men and boys, that's not how you should judge a man of his character or even believe that his wealth. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to change that notion that you have to look the part to play the part. Because the white man doesn't look the part that actually plays the part.
Well, let me say this. It used to be a time where, as blacks, we saw the knowledge was valuable. Like when Martin Luther King and like Malcolm X, those people were around. We saw that leadership and we saw that as being more valuable. But as time went on, that has gotten blurred with through rap, the exploitation of exploitation films that started in like the 70s with the pimps and all of that. Hip hop and all of that. I feel like I agree with you to some extent, but I disagree in the fact that is not the only way, but that is a way to grab the attention of the youth and then try to get the message across. It's not the right way to lead off with, and then I feel like if you stick to your guns and you're about knowledge and you gather people with knowledge, you'll be good. But I feel like for some odd reason, we're gathering more with that first. You know what I'm saying? With flashy stuff. You know what I'm saying? We like to see things shining. We like to see flashy
that's been a black man's weakness.
But it has. But I want to know if we're both in disagreement with that, and we know that is an issue. How do we combat that? How do we then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Reprogram.
Right. How do we reprogram? Because we're not really controlling our music right now. We're not really controlling our images right now. Media is pushing out everything about black people the way they want to. The media is pushing out everything about black people the way they want to. People like Suki Hana and Sexy Red and all those people should not be making records, should not be making songs, should not even be on TV. My fucking daughter shouldn't know who the fuck those people are, but they do. And the sad part about it is, if we had more control over what is being presented to the media, far as us as black people, we would have the power to change that narrative. So my only disagreement is because we don't have the power to change that narrative as of right now. I feel like as black people, we have to do what we've always done, is use what we can to do what we can. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to say that, and I do agree with you. I do feel like that is the wrong way to do it, and it doesn't signify a person as being successful by having all of that. But I feel like if we can use it in the right way, it can steer people in the right way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I agree with you on that, but the problem is, I don't think that's truly the way to go about it, because that's not the true definition of wealth, is items.
No, it's not.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree with you. 100%.
So if we try to teach black boys how to obtain wealth and be this, I don't think that's the notion we should go with. You see what I'm saying? We have to show them what real wealth looks like, and that's not the guy driving the expensive car, the chains and shit like that. I even to do with all the bitches. He's actually the person that's in debt. He's the person that's technically losing. You see what I'm saying? So that guy you see, that's the mascot. That's technically the clown. That is the fake imitation. You know what I'm saying? He is. That is the fake imitation of success. You see what I'm saying? That's why I believe Ye goes around and wears the most bummiest clothes. Because if you're judging me off looks, you'd be a fool. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, as black people, what he taught, he's teaching us how to be fools. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I got from him. Because I've been conned by the dude that looks nice. You know what I'm saying? The fact, and that shit sucks. It sucks. It's the word. Because you're like, I thought this was a real, but he tricked me.
Well, my thing is this, brother. How are we going to change that?
I mean, you have to teach the next generation. So basically, your son, your daughter, you have to pass down. Basically, that's how you change it. You change it with the next generation. You don't prolong. You don't keep teaching the same shit. You have to reprogram. That's like, nah, my dad didn't teach me. That's not how you judge a man's character. And see, now that one boy, when they say, "What you mean? How you really supposed to judge his character?" And when he breaks it down, and they start to realize that shit makes sense, now he can put a seed in all those other kids of his age group. Now they will think a different way because you planted that seed, and they would grow. You see what I'm saying? But we first have to plant the seed of knowledge in these people for them to grow. But if we don't do that, then the program will always be the same. It was the rap music, the entertainment, it was the drug dealer. That's why every black boy in America tell you why we love drug dealers. Because, man, that nigga had the car. He had the bitches. He had the money. But his real life was shitty than a motherfucker. We just saw a moment. But every day this nigga stressing. He got 3 baby mamas. He got 2 niggas trying to kill him. We not seeing the full story. Yep. You see what I'm saying? Because we only judged him off his looks, but not his character. What he really did.
Let me cut in real quick. You see everything you just said right there? Because I definitely like the point he made about planting seeds. And it is definitely the parents' job to plant those seeds. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't seem to realize is we're not the only ones that plant seeds in our children, right? The media is planting the most powerful seed in society for the most part, let alone just our children. So what he just said about expanding the children's how do I put this? Their knowledge of the situation, like explain it to that child. Yeah, yes, he has money. Yes, he has jewelry. Yes, he has cars. Yes, he has women and stuff like that. But also explains to them what else he has in his life, and then explains to them, the decisions he made has given him a lot of these pros, but it also gave him a lot of cons. You know what I'm saying? And when a lot of the time, not all the time. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the time, if you just expand children's knowledge to the entire picture, you know what I'm saying, they can make better decisions based on based on the circumstance. So they can look at their favorite rappers and see that he has all these nice things. But once he's been put in perspective of, technically that car he has, that's a rented car. All that jewelry he has, tell you he gotta, that's his rented. He gotta give that back to the Jewish dude that he rented it from. You know what I'm saying? He has a record contract. Well, he don't even know what's on that contract. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, in 10 years, he gonna come back kicking and screaming because he doesn't get paid. His royalties is ass. You know what I'm saying? So just expand your children's knowledge on the seeds that the media has planted. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So I do got some pushback to for you, Sherelle. I know we all beating your ass right now because you say a lot of stuff. Some good stuff, and it came from a good place. Don't get me wrong. But about Sukiyana, I gotta ask you this difficult question. There's women watching this eventually. Women gonna be watching this, and you made the comment about Sukiyana. Now, with this being a conversation surrounding respectability politics, there's a conversation being had about respect of women. You know what I'm saying? So, in my idea, it's good to respect women, obviously. However, there's a lot of women that make it difficult to respect them, and we have to. How do I put this? We have to take a good picture at their entire lives before we necessarily jump the gun as far as judging these women. Now, when these women are on TV in front of our daughters, again, we do the same thing as we've been suggesting about the boys and stuff like that. Explain to them the entire narrative. Explain to them everything that's going on, obviously. But at the same time, explain to them. Well, you know, Stephanie, Sukiyani right there, she's doing all this stuff for money. She's not doing this to make because it feels good or to whatever the fuck is going on, right? Sukiyani and Sexy Red is doing this for a bag, right? And unfortunately, they had to get this. They had to get this bag this degenerate way because this is. I want to say. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I'm not going to speak up for the intentions of Sukiyani and all these other women that I'm essentially putting under this umbrella. They want to provide a good life for their daughters or for their kids in general.
But what did it cost them? At the sacrifice.
At what cost?
That's the problem. They're sacrificing yours so they can live a great life. You know, and that's the problem with that because I understand. Everybody wants to get the bag, but the problem is. People forget when chasing money, you still gotta have dignity. People lost that part.
That's like the dope boys used to sell drugs to the pregnant women, and now you got crack babies.
Yeah,
that's dishonorable.
Nothing about the ramifications.
And I'm sorry to say it. There is we can't justify degenerative behavior because we get into the bag. Everybody think that the money is the most important thing.
It's not.
And to lose your value and to lose your dignity, to lose yourself as a person, to make money is really no justification.
She be out there crying too. I would say that
because she lost her dignity. But she wants us to. She wants us to respect her, but we can't respect you if you don't respect yourself.
I can't say I would blatantly disrespect her, but that could be nobody that I could situate myself around. And be around and then be comfortable being around, especially somebody like Sexy Red. She say the craziest shit I ever heard. Like the sexiest, the most romantic thing a man ever did for her was rob somebody. Come on, man. It sounds like agent behavior.
Yeah.
It sounds
agent behavior.
Yeah, like a plant, like an industry plant. Like people are putting her up to say this. White execs is putting her up to say this.
No, I can't even say that because the problem is it's a group of women of the J side. They believe that shit. Is romantic because they believe
there are,
and that's the sad part. But she highlights that negativity, right? So, but the problem is that it's like a cancer that shit needs to be removed, from the body. That shit needs to be removed. But the problem is we're in a space right now of self-liberation of women and of expression because they believe they've been oppressed so long. So now we have all this freedom to express ourselves, and we can express ourselves in any way, form, or fashion. And you just gotta accept it. But no, because men can't go out here and express themselves any way, form, or fashion, and everybody else got to accept it. So why the fuck we supposed to accept it from you? Because you want to be ratchet, but you say, I'm ratchet, but I'm not really ratchet. That's not my whole character, but that's all I see. So I'm going to judge you off of what I see. If you go out and say you eat niggas' asses, you kill yourself with your pussy out, I'm going to treat you accordingly. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So then you get mad. Everybody treat you like a hoe because you act like a hoe.
Just like that little Wise Cyrus dude was trying to kiss her all on the thing.
Yeah, because the way she acts.
Like, come on, man. I wouldn't.
But no. But is he wild though? Because the problem is the way she portrays herself and how she flirts with the nigga. Talking about, I take you, little boy. You don't know what to do. So he thinking, it's all fun. It's all fun now.
You know, for trying to kiss her on the mouth.
Well, yeah, that's yeah. But it's still a fact. His actions wasn't So out of pocket,
it wasn't. Yeah,
because you flirt with the nigga talking about I eat you up. So he's like, whoa, okay. You understand? So I try to see what that do. So he responded how any man would respond to a certain extent. But you see what I'm saying? Because that's the way she carries herself. She carries herself as a free sexual person, and she's down to do anything at all times. But then one minute she say, "That's me. I'm Suki." Then next minute she say, "Now she feeling ashamed of herself and crying." But now Suki's just a character. What was it last week? You said that's who you is all the time, 24/7. The next week, no, that's just a character. That's who I just, I'm pretending to be. So you have to make up your mind on what the way you want to portray yourself.
Like for real, when you out in front of Buckingham Palace talking about we out here finna eat some ass, I'm trying to get stretched. You can't expect me to take you serious like when you want to get.
Because when I see you, you got smacking your ass. Like, what you smacking your ass? You just said you outside trying to get stretched and you looking to eat some ass. So I'm like, I'm going to be overly aggressive with you because you're overly sexually aggressive.
And you had that look in your face like I wish somebody would say something. The fuck, like, come on.
Yeah. I think, but the conversation from the other side, you know what I'm saying, from what I'm hearing from the ladies is,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just respect me,
and that's just delusional. That doesn't.
I don't think it's delusional.
How? I'm supposed to respect you if you don't respect yourself? That's crazy.
You got to put all that to the side, man, because
that doesn't make any sense. A crackhead, right? A crackhead comes to me and he talking about respect me, but you don't have respect. You don't bathe, my nigga. You choose crack before you choose to eat, my nigga. So why would I respect you? That makes no sense. And the problem is women live in the spectrum of delusion. And it's the same shit with the trannies and all that. It's a bunch of delusional motherfuckers trying to make you believe in their delusion. And I refuse to be a part of the nonsense.
Go ahead, just before I respond to that.
No, I was going to say carry on with that point. Like, if I'm walking around here and I'm looking like a crackhead, if I just dress up like I do drugs heavy, how can I get upset when people treat me like such?
That's true, man. But like these, I gotta, like I said, these are kind of false equivalencies for the simple fact that a crackhead and Sugiyama, a crackhead doing something to how do you put this? Like what's the equivalency here? How is Sugiyama like the crackhead? Like what? The thing is
she betrays herself. I'm not saying she's a whore. She betrays herself as a whore.
Behavior.
But she's doing it for the prospects of getting of accruing income. A crackhead is doing everything he does to get some more crack. You know what I'm saying? His whole purpose in life is to get the next high, and then essentially what that means to society is he's getting a rocket and he's smoking it up and it disappears and there goes the resource. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. The difference between the crackhead and the Sugiyama is there is no difference because what you're doing
there is a difference, man.
The crackhead is degenerate, and so are you.
They both degenerate, yeah, but they degenerate for different metrics, for different reasons.
The problem is you're selling your soul for money and he's selling his soul for crack. You're both losing. Even though you feel like you're winning because you can buy items, because people keep saying they don't care about the opinions of others, right? That is the biggest lie. We get up every day, we care about the opinions of others. The reason why we dress a certain way, we carry a certain way, because for the next motherfucker say, hey, my guy, you look pretty good today. I see you working hard. So everybody cares about the opinion of others. So if that's the truth, you carry yourself a certain way so people would think about you in a certain light. So if you carry yourself like a whore, I'm going to treat you like a whore. If you carry yourself like a fucking crackhead, you will be treated like a crackhead. Don't matter if because you're trying to get to the bag or you're trying to feed your family. It doesn't fucking matter. A whore on the fucking street that sucks dick all day, she's doing the same thing because she has kids, but it's no fucking difference. You want me to care about you because you're crying and you want if you act this way, you'll be treated as such. That's how it always been since the dawn of time until this bitch blow up. It will never change if you get a million bitches to say this, that, and the third because it will never make sense. It's fucking delusional.
Well, I have a question. Is respect earned? Is respect not earned? You know what I'm saying? Is respect something that's inherited? Do we just inherit respect? Or does respect have to be earned? I feel like we're basing it the fact that she's a woman and we have to respect her for the fact that she's a woman. But that's not necessarily the case because if you was a man that was acting feminine or acting any way outside of being a man, Sugihana, Sexy Red, and all of them would judge you based off of that and not respect you as a man. If you went around and telling them to their face, hey, I'm paying 50-50 with my woman, those women would in return would not respect you. So I can't respect her just because she's a woman. She doesn't inherit my respect just because she's born as a woman. She have to show me that she is a woman worth respecting. Now, do I have to disrespect her because of that? No. I can just distance myself and not be around this particular person so I don't have to disrespect her. Suki Hana and Sexy Red and all of these other women are not women that I would be around or assert myself with because I don't respect them. You know what I'm saying? And to keep myself from disrespecting them if I'm around them, I'll just keep my distance. These women don't deserve respect just because they're born a woman.
That's true. So most everybody that isn't born into respect. Respect is definitely earned. I would definitely agree with, for the most part, your general argument of every respect not being something we're all born with. But there is a certain level of, well, at least not a high amount of respect. Not the uber respect that we will give somebody such as like somebody that earned the wealth, such as Jeff Bezos.
Well,
But
I wouldn't expect you to go up and punch her in the face.
No, what I'm saying, come on, I'm not crazy now. Hopefully our audience is not crazy either.
We're talking. I mean, yeah.
So we're not gonna treat humans.
There's a certain level of regard, yes.
Yeah, I'm not coming at you in any sort of way whatsoever. I know I'm gonna make some room to to give you grace as well. Like, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just saying, like, when we as long as we know that everybody being born as a human, we all do treat each other with a certain regard. I'm gonna just say it like this to make it simple. We don't treat each other like animals. We don't treat each other like dogs. We don't treat each other like chicken or other things that we eat. So there is a certain level of respect that we do allow for everybody. Just to kind of clear that.
That's not true.
Clear that up. We shouldn't though.
Horses are treated like dogs.
I'm gonna get to that. that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Crackheads are treated like pieces of shit. We treat people how they treat themselves.
I'm gonna put it this way, bro. There's still things that women have access to that dogs and that we don't give to animals and stuff like that. Like there's houses, there's government programs set aside for women in general.
So there is for dogs.
But they're not having the same cages as those women.
I know what he's saying, but that's based on the individual. Because I don't treat crackheads bad.
I don't think it's not even really an individual thing either, though, because all women can have access to these programs.
I don't treat whores bad either. Now, do I associate myself with them? No. But I don't necessarily treat
Do you treat a whore better than you treat a dog?
I mean, no. I mean, not really.
No. You know why? His dog he loves. The whore don't.
I mean, that's based on the individual, though.
We have a conversation about this.
I might have a certain sympathy for a Suki Hana or a Sexy Red or something. I may understand the struggle.
That's what I'm. Okay, there you go. That's the point I'm trying to make. Go ahead.
Because I've been with women in the past. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Horse?
I know. I'm just saying. I've had my fair share.
I'm sorry, ghetto women. My bad.
I had my fair pick up the litter, as I would say.
All right.
I've run across a lot of women who have dealt with a lot of family issues, as far as molestation, as far as rejection.
That's part of the conversation too.
Neglection and stuff like that. So their way of expressing that is through being a whore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know somebody, mom was a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what happened to her, but this is how she is. So I try not to judge from that aspect. But at the same time, that doesn't mean I'm sympathizing enough to put myself in a compromising position with them. You know what I'm saying? As far as being in a relationship or being judged by the public eye based on their actions. You know what I'm saying? I can't associate myself with them. I can try to help them, talk to them, be cool or whatever. Yeah. But I can only carry that relationship so far. That's something they're gonna have to fix on their own.
Yeah, of course. I would say that's just for every stranger with it.
Therapist or some shit.
Yeah, that's it. But you wouldn't do all of that shit for a dog. You wouldn't try to talk an ant out of its problems. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we all understand that there's going to be a certain amount of respect.
One, you can't because you can't communicate with them.
Right, if they can talk back.
So you really going to be out here trying to answer their problems because
they talk to my man. Why you out here all day? Right. Drop the time saying if they can talk back, baby.
Why you trying to treat these hoes like they dogs, son, nigga?
No, I treat people how they treat themselves.
All right, man.
Well, see, that's the difference. Me as an individual, but
I'm not even saying I treat hoes bad, but I'm just saying I ain't gonna give her the same respect I would give my mom.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying there's gonna be there's a respect meter, right? That from 0 to 10. I'm about to ask you some questions, King. A dog, on a scale of 0 to 10, how much respect would you give a dog?
Man, he's out of my love animals.
All right.
So you probably may get a high grade gratitude from me. I put like this, right? I see a
go
dog walking down the block, look like he's hungry, I feed the dog. I see a struggling hoe walking down the block, look like he's hungry, I'm gonna keep walking.
All right. I mean, let me see. What? That's you, but as far as society,
that is society. Nobody's gonna see a hoe struggling walking down the block and say, "Hey, bitch, you want something to eat?" No, you're not. You're gonna look at her and say, "That bitch look dirty." That's what you're gonna do.
I mean, but people do feed homeless people too, though.
But when you think she's not homeless, she's a whore. She's working, but she looks bad. She may look homeless. She may like she had a slow knife. But I'm not about to stop and say, "Hey, man, you want something to eat?" But I stopped at the dog because the dog is an animal.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, King. What do you think about this? So, because we talking about respectability politics, right? Mm-hmm. And how do you think this conversation about being respectable as a speaker correlates to a woman present herself as a degenerate, right?
I mean, do you respect criminals? Do you respect rapists? I'm asking, do you respect rapists?
Then we got to think. This is what I think about that, and it is gonna be a real quick answer. Don't get me wrong. It heavily depends on what they're doing with that money. If they're Robin Hood, that's a very different conversation.
I didn't talk about Robin. I said rapists.
Oh, you said rapist. Oh, well, come on now. They gotta go. They gotta go. All right.
Same shit.
They not a rapist though, man.
It's same shit.
All right.
Degenerates.
I think it's levels.
But I'm just saying. The whole notion is that you're saying that we're supposed to have respect because she's a human being.
What struggles was specific things that happened to him.
It don't matter. I don't know that when I see you. That's
true.
That's too much fucking assuming. So I'm saying just face value. That if I know you a whore and you a fucking rapist, I'm not going to respect neither one of you because you're a fucking human being. I'm going to treat you like a piece of shit because you're a tyrant. You a whore, you're a rapist. That's all you know. You don't know that she's struggling with 3 kids, that she was raped, this, that, and the third. You don't know that till you talk to the bitch. Okay, you don't know that. All you know is what you see, and you're gonna read that book off the cover, and you're gonna go about your day.
I truly believe if you had a daughter, you would look at this a little bit more different.
I got a daughter.
No, I'm talking about Marcus. I think you would look at this a lot more different than how we look at it.
I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of people that.
I just do not feel like that is the image that should be
portrayed
in our faces every single day.
So
I'm literally getting tired of about sexy brain. I'm literally
I know.
I'm just getting tired of looking at these women on
I know, but
it's low and degenerate behavior. And if any woman out here in America is trying to follow that, you're going to fail in life. You're going to be a fucking failure. Nobody's gonna want your piece of shit ass. Sorry.
That's go ahead.
I was gonna add on like it's
just shit.
It's sad to see that the majority of people like to follow that degenerate behavior. Like even with the situation with Krishan and Blueface.
Yeah, they love him. That's terrible.
You got motherfuckers who's team Krishan and team Blueface. Like both of these motherfuckers in the wrong, but you got people who support them.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's fucking mind blowing.
Yeah. So. How to ask my hands. In general, hold on. You gonna need a couple minutes?
No, I gotta roll.
Okay. Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lose one of the guests. You know what I'm saying? Next time, bro.
Yeah, man, sorry about that, John. I gotta go.
Oh, it's 10 already did 10-19. All right, you can't even say I was like, I'm out because I know I gotta edit this out. You got it right now?
Yeah.
Because I got it. Okay. All right, we just have to edit this. We gotta edit it. I'm out to get creative with this edit, and that's all. Okay, well,
I'd like to join.
All right, man, it's all good.
Join in on the next topics that you talk about. I'm gonna catch the live on the way to the crib, man.
all right, for sure.
And
For
it was
sure.
nice meeting y'all,
Oh,
brothers,
yes,
man.
Yeah, man. You say that,
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right, take care. All right.
All right, good job, teacher. What was I doing there? Well, you can put the camera on. You can put the camera on me. I just gotta edit this out.
I thought we was live.
Yeah, we we live. Yeah, it's just I I don't think it matters too much. That's all. Yeah, I mean we like basically we for everybody that's watching, again, the phone line's open. Call in. You know what I'm saying? Talk. Bring in your perspective on this. But for the most part, it's like I said. As far as your notion of judging book bad stuff, because that's what the general public typically do, regardless. That is something that we do. That's definitely a reality. My thing is, and I'm gonna just kind of, for the most, like, I'm gonna just end my case with this. These whores, bums, rapists, degenerate people in general, especially if we are gonna put them all under one umbrella, and I don't necessarily agree with that per se, but if we are gonna, if a society, right, is gonna put them all under one umbrella, off the surface level, and not go into the conversation of what led this person to this situation, we have to teach, as it's being presented, right? We have to teach our daughters what's going on with this Sukiyani, what's going on with the Sexy Red, what's going on with all these people, as it you know what I'm saying, as it comes to us, you know what I'm saying, as it comes to their temple, you know what I'm saying. As we said earlier, there's seeds that's being planted from the media that we all have to that the kids are gonna water, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna be up to us to GMO it, right, to essentially tailor it to a point where this can be a teachable moment for our kids. Because if we're not there teaching the kids as they're being programmed by the media, it's gonna sprout into a weed. You know what I'm saying? That kid is gonna turn into a problem. You feel me? So yeah.
Quick question. Phone systems, I think, is the problem. Moses just checked and said phone line bogus.
Phone line bogus?
He said you're trying to call in. He said you're going to chime in next time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he said he was trying to call. He said we're looking.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me just test it out real quick.
You probably should get your first stop.
I did. I fucking did the whole time. Let me see. Recent. What's that? 507. Go back to that Forex website. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this shit working. Well, it's not. It ain't ringing though.
Also, he probably was calling me, you know.
But like, it should show up on the thing. Call ID calls. All right, we're gonna do some extra tests on a little bit later. Then, it really didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so teacher, this is gonna be your job too. If you see some, I'm throwing everything on you. I'm throwing everything on you.
You keep putting more jobs in.
Yeah, you're gonna do this too, right? Yeah, I know, right? Where should I put this? I'm gonna put it right here for right now. So yeah, so if a phone call come up, you just just call it out. Hey, somebody's calling. But I know I can make it. I can make it rain. Okay, but shit, that's pretty much it. That's all we can wrap it up right now, though. So that's pretty much it. So the last thing I said, well, I gotta edit all this shit out. So the last thing I kind of said was, as this bullshit comes our kids' directions, because it's gonna come a direction, and not to say that we need to. I'm gonna just pick it up from where I left. I'm gonna just pick it up from right there. So with all that said, it's not that we okay. So with all that said, with Sukiyani and Sexy Red and all these people, all these ladies, essentially performing degeneracy, and it's not even just them. It's also like rappers and pimps and like all types of other like male degenerates. You know what I'm saying? Even though they may show our kids a quote unquote better life or a fast lane life, it is definitely our duty as parents. You know what I'm saying, to essentially warp the message being programmed to our children, and then form it into something as a teachable moment. And then when we see these kids, when our children see these celebrities and all these degenerate people do all of this stuff, let me think about that. Okay, so what I mean to say is we have to explain to them or broaden their horizons as far as their understanding of the situation, because all they see on the TV is like the money. You know what I'm saying? The girls having fun, shaking their butts. You know what I'm saying? And all the men that's showing them attention and stuff like that. But it's our jobs to explain to them what comes with that negative attention, what comes with those drugs, what comes with that the rapper lifestyle, the fast lane lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's ultimately how I kind of feel about it. If y'all if anybody add to that.
I was gonna say, even if it goes beyond just the parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a younger sister, a niece, your uncle, like whatever if you got kids in your community, be that example for them. Like, reach out, you know what I'm saying? Try to educate them, teach them that, this is just entertainment. You don't want to follow that for you know what I'm saying, for yourself. Because there's certain things that come with that, and the disrespect is not something that any child should look forward to growing up. You know what I'm saying? Not say they look forward to it, but that's what comes with that. Nobody should deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the girls out here, they got a damaged enough ego already, self-esteem issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to build them up. We need to build these kids up. These
Absolutely.
kids out here, they shine to be who they really are, who they want to be.
And I think it has a lot to do with I think it has a lot to do with colorism also, because we didn't really touch on that right now.
Absolutely.
And a lot of a woman's identity comes from how she presents herself, how receptive the community or the people that look at her is. You know what I'm saying? The more likes she get, because you know how social media is. The more likes you get, the more just generally the much clout you get, attention you get just from how you look, how you present yourself. Because the makeup, the clothing, like you name it, all of this goes into a woman's image, and a woman's image is for a lot of women, for a large portion of women, especially young women, it's like their whole world. You know what I'm saying? And if the world is inherently colorist, you know what I'm saying, and to the point where it's not even just people that aren't melanated appreciating lighter skin complexions. Our own people, you know what I'm saying, black people are arguably, not to say all, obviously not all, especially not me, but a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, arguably favor lighter skin complexions. At least that's what a lot of the women are saying and stuff like that.
I mean, but people gotta understand why it's like that, right? They think black men just wake up saying, "Oh, we want light women." It's not that. You're programmed to want that.
That's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? You're programmed like that. Like when I was a kid, I used to love white women because all I saw on television was white women.
Yep.
And then my girl cousins make fun. You like white girls? What are you talking about?
They was fighting back
because it's like that's what you see.
Yeah.
It's projecting in your mind all day. That white girl is beautiful. That white woman is beautiful, and they're projecting not to be that way. So as a boy, as kids are sponge. Your mind is forming, you're absorbing all this, so it's shaping your mind. It's not that he chose to like, oh, I don't like dark skinned girls. Like it was a free. They act like it's a free will choice, right? They act like it's something that we just freely chose. It's a programming method for you to like lighter. You see what I'm saying? That's just the way the world programs you, and it takes a little time to get out that program. Not all of us get out that program. Most people don't know they're in that program.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to, and that's the problem. But see, the women lash out at that, not understanding the cause and the effect of things. And that's the problem. People need to learn to understand the cause and effect and give people a little bit of grace and try to understand certain things the best we can. But that's what I feel like. Colorism is a problem, but it's only a problem because we make it like this big problem. And women say they go through it. No, boys go through it too, bro. When you a little black ass little boy, people call you little blackie, all that type of shit. Everybody does it. Every ethnicity does it. That's the way the world portrays you to treat your darker kind like shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just everybody. It's just not black people, but we cry out the most to make it look like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. We do a lot of fucking crime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, we the loudest in the fucking room. Like, we're the only people that go through these types of problems. You have dark Italian people, you have dark Mexican people, you have all types of different dark people, you have dark Indian people. They go through the same type of problem that you go through. The same type of problem, it's just not you.
Sicilians used to get ridiculed by the mainland.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just not, this is not just a black type of problem. And it's not even really a big problem. That's more of a self-hate thing.
You talking about colorism? You talking about colorism, right?
Colorism. That's more of a self-hate thing. And we can overcome that. You know what I'm saying? But one, you must acknowledge that it's a self-hate thing. Yeah. And you can't, and the problem is people let society dictate their emotions too much. You need to learn how to control yourself. Don't let these people outside hate make you dictate how you feel about yourself. If you know you're beautiful and you this and that, the world will see that. Once you start projecting that, the world will see that. But if you project that you're ugly and you're this and that, we're going to see that's the energy you're giving off. So that's what you're going to attract. But if you change that energy and you believe wholeheartedly in your mind that my black skin is beautiful, this, that, and the third, it's going to attract a person that's going to love you, this, and the third, because of the way you carry yourself. But if you carry yourself in a negative light, that you're ugly and this because of that, then you're going to get treated in that light. You see what I'm saying? These things can be overcome. It's not a societal problem. These are more self-issues because we use society to dictate our emotions, and nobody's above that. I'm not saying, but it takes time to get to that because we all go through the adolescent period, and that's what adolescence is. As a child, it's teaching you how the world is kind of is. The people in the world are not necessarily adults. They're just children in a bigger playground. That's why I tell you, the world, everything's always going to feel like high school because people never really grow up past high school mentally. You see what I'm saying? It never changes. Like Skin Bone, he said a 50-year-old nigga shot up a party because he's still acting like a young nigga. He fucking 50 years old. He's 50 years old.
In 50 years, you ain't learned shit since
he ain't learned shit. So, you know what I'm saying? This whole notion that this colorism is a big problem, and it's really not. That's just your self-hate, and you're projecting your self-hate to the world.
No, I mean, but how do I put this? Coming up in, as you just said, in a society where lightness and lighter skin tones was appreciated and even championed and stuff like that, it still sets a tone for a society to look at your skin complexion in a different tone, in a different differently than other skin tones. You know what I'm saying? And I do think, because like I said, another contributing statistic that kind of goes to that kind of favors colors and being the actual thing is, like I said, black women are kind of like the lowest amongst the marriage rates. It's not necessarily. I'm not going to say it's purely based on black women. You know what I'm saying? And their westernized ideals and standards and stuff like that. But it's also, I would argue to say that colorism is a playing factor. I'm sorry, this nation's history of colorism, because it's not really it's better today than it was, but we still got to shake off the you know what I'm saying, the dust and all that stuff of yesteryear's blatant colorism. All this to say, when women I think the women. And not to say this is the only problem, because there's a lot going on with everybody, obviously. But I think a lot of what is going on with women's expression or their over expression of themselves and over sexualization is that they want that. I don't want to say clout because that's not what they want. That love, they want to be seen just like a Kim Kardashian. They want to be seen as Maya. You know what I'm saying? All these Latino women and stuff like that. But so they feel like they have to achieve, they have to do more to get that same attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's if they're not doing it for money. Like if they're doing it for money, that's a whole other thing. But if they're doing it for attention, it's because that foundational problem came from this nation's colorist history. Now I do agree with you to this. I still agree with you for the most part that we have to rise above this need of clout and to be seen and all these other things. But I guess what I'm trying to say, what I'm kind of trying to say is, granted this is the problem. Granted, what I'm saying is the actual problem. How do we go from what you're saying? Hey, these women gotta get over it and then find beauty within themselves and appreciate the man that showed them appreciation. How do we reach those women and find a compromise, or if not better, pull them to your opinion, pull them to your solution from where they stand there right now? The need to feel uplifted and celebrated as much as the light skinned women or white women. According to, like, again, this is their argument. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can answer as simple as like Kevin Gates said, man. Don't go where you tolerate it, go where you appreciate it. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
But the problem is, people we like to lust out the things we can't have. That's just in our human nature. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we're humans. We have the ability to overcome our nature. So that goes for the women. You have to overcome your nature.
So I'm going to push back again. You earlier made the point that the world is a high school. How do we expect black women and black men, obviously? How do we expect black people, but in this specific conversation, black women? How do we expect black women to rise above their high school education or high school thinking?
That would go on the individual. One, you must realize that you're still in high school. One must realize that they're an addict before they can help themselves. But when you think you're okay, you would never be able to heal yourself. So the problem is, most people they feel that they are okay, or they feel this. And the key word is feel. There is no logic in feeling. There is no thought process in feeling. Women hide behind the greatest word of feeling. There is no thought in their process. It's all is I feel, I feel, I feel. A feeling can mislead you. Emotions always mislead a person. A person only gets the most maximum outcome or the proper solution when they're cool, level-headed, and thinking properly. But when we act off emotions, we do a lot of irrational things and we make wrong decisions. So this is why men and women make wrong decisions, because it's always I feel most of the time. It's not I think. I think when you sit down and have a rational thought, you will come to a better answer than I feel this, I feel that. That's why people argue so much, because it's a feeling. A feeling is nothing. A feeling is not a fact. It's just something you fucking feel. I can't feel what you fucking feel. I can't, because it's just your fucking feeling.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? You can't express. It's hard to express feeling to a person when in a factual situation. And most women use feelings in a fact argument. That doesn't make sense when we're talking facts. That's like me using the Bible against science. It's not going to work, because you have facts where I just have stories and emotions and feelings. That I have faith. You can't. Faith can't never beat a fact. You see what I'm saying? Just can't. Those two can. Those arguments are stalemates, because one, I'm just feeling, and you're going to say, well, I have these facts. With your facts doesn't trump my feeling, but it does to a certain extent. Facts trumps feelings, and people try to act like feelings trumps facts, and that's wrong.
They don't even rival.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem. The I feel word, that doesn't matter. I hate to say it. Your feelings doesn't matter if there's no facts behind the feelings, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Your feelings doesn't matter if there is no facts behind the emotion. If you can't express to me why you feeling this way in a factual matter than just some bullshit, well, it just makes me feel like something. That's your own problem. That's you. I ain't got shit to do with how you feel about your motherfucking self. I hate when a motherfucker say, well, you made me feel. No, I didn't. I can't make you feel shit. Your brain comes up with the logic and the idea, and then it's going to give you shame or some type of emotion when I express my words. You made you feel like that. I can't make you feel a damn thing. I don't have that power. Your brain is going to make you feel a certain type of way because it's trying to tell you something. But you didn't like the way it made you feel, so you're going to point the blame at me and say, well, it's your fault. No, it's your brain fault. That's your rational brain kicking in, and it made you feel shitty. So now you have to point the finger at me because you can't look yourself in the mirror. And that goes to people having what Rob like to say, self-accountability. People don't like to have self-accountability. They like to point the finger and blame everybody else. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. Nobody's exempt from it. But it's the knowing when you're fucking doing it. That's what gives you character and involvement and
self-awareness.
Yeah, and that's the problem. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah. And they we gotta start being honest with ourselves. That's where the healing starts.
But that's impossible because the average person lies 90% of the time in the conversation. They do that to themselves. And I tell this to people all the time. Hey, bro, you can lie to everybody else. Just don't lie to your fucking self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the problem is people lie to themselves too. Mm-hmm. You can lie to everybody else, but don't fucking lie to yourself because that's just counterproductive.
That's how some doctors feel.
The whole time. Anything to add to that, Justin?
No, man, that's all I have to say. We just need to be honest with ourselves. But seeing how shit goes, that's a reach. That's an uphill battle.
Okay. All right. Well, how can you say some I fucked that adding up. I was supposed to say that Eric Andre shit. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for us, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through for us.
No doubt.
Like I said, we definitely gonna be trying to do. We gonna try to do this every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, it's gonna be doing like a live show. We're gonna be reacting to like different content. Send stuff to us. The email is chicagoblackdelegation.at send whatever you want us to react to. Again, we got a phone number up there if y'all want to call in for next week's show and then talk some issue with us or whatever. We very much so appreciate it. But man, like I said, y'all got any ads or something like that or any ways to contact y'all?
Shit, y'all can hit me up on, like I was saying earlier, Instagram, JRashid718. You can follow me on Twitch, King_Kizza 718. Shit, JRashid on Facebook, you know.
Man, I really got a lot of social media where you can contact me. If you want to contact me, hit the Black Delegation email, man. They get back to me.
For real. So, as y'all know it, I'm higher thinking, and again, you want to talk to me? I got a channel. You know what I'm saying? Where I stream every day, and I just pretty much going over information. I go over things that people need to know. You know what I'm saying? So tune in to Higher Thinking and all that stuff, and
subscribe.
And subscribe. You know, share all this good stuff. Like I said, we going through the growing pains right now, man. I think it's definitely super productive podcast, and you're gonna see a lot of this stuff over the weeks and stuff like that. We're gonna be a daily content. You're gonna be seeing videos coming for us almost every day, and again, it's gonna come from those Sunday streams for the most part. So you can catch us live and call in and have some fun with us, or you can just watch the videos as they come out. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's gonna wrap it up for the Chicago Black Delegation, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Peace out.
Peace out. Oh, damn mouse! I'm never gonna get this down. Yeah, switch to Bob.
It's one thing don't see there, Black.
Oh, man, I'll do this.
We got a new theme song and everything.
Yeah, that's gonna go with That's gonna go with the thing, the intro we gonna work on one of these days. I was supposed to do it in the summertime, but like I got caught up on life something crazy these last couple months.
Oh man, the Bitcoin stock about to go up.
Why was I talking about that shit?
Yeah, they just opened the floodgates to let it up.
$15 trillion?
Just trillion, but it's trillion, 15 trillion over the floodgates for this
You did good,
Bitcoin.
T-shirt.
Straight.
You did good.
Yeah, the Bitcoin stock just went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually make some money down to Bitcoin real now. Like somebody's about to be really happy in the morning.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, nigga, that shit just went up, nigga. nigga, I'm getting all that. This shit was supposed to come, nigga, I was crying.
My boss said he had to hang that up, man. He said he lost too much money. It must have right after they done kept. Well, yeah, you know that's probably why, because they got a whole new list of Bitcoin leaders and shit like that. And they said, hey man, we gotta get this Bitcoin shit going again. We done killed all
They
them.
got it approved to be used in trade, so that's big. Now that's like money. So now they can use that in the stock market trade and more open.
Who do you think make that call? Make that decision? The government, huh? So you think the government killed the people out there?
Shit.
I don't know who did it. I think some of the people that invested with the niggas, but I think niggas.
You think it's just them?
Yeah,
I think it's the next people in line. I think they got something to do with it.
that's possible. Like that nigga out the head, so you can let me get top. That's how that shit goes.
I think if the government, I'm just saying that the reason I said that the reason I put an onus on the government is because if they the ones that put it in, that put the message out there, that means they got something, they got more involvement into it. They got some money coming their way regarding.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least. I don't know that. I don't know for certain. Okay, where we at? We ain't get a lot of chats on the t-shirt. Alright, that's it for me, fellas. I appreciate y'all sliding, man. It's always some technical difficulties, man. I don't know what the fuck to say about it. So I'm gonna try. Maybe next time I'm gonna try to, especially what I was doing on Sundays now. I'm gonna just make sure I'll just get like a test stream in, because like this time the damn my camera was moving at like fucking 10 frames. It's supposed to move at 60 frames. It's supposed to be a smooth, but it's like you know, having me teleport and shit like that. So I don't know that literally never fucking happened before. So I have to. That's why I resetted my computer and all that shit. And then the computer had to update. I'm like, when the fuck does this shit need to update? But like I literally like live stream.
So how do you do updates on Mac now? Set on Mac?
I mean, I think it does, but like I had it on all day. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. You gotta set this like that. Then the computer never sets off. If you don't do automatic, it has like, cause like when I used to have my car.
The update came out today, man. I had the computer off all day today. Okay. Well, not all day, but I turned it on today to work.
Also, it could not do stuff.
So, cause like I said, and I've been live streaming other shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's how I know it was gonna work today. Even though this is something new, and maybe that added some bandwidth with the RAM and all that shit. But I mean, it's working. So I was damn near foot. That's all. So I don't know. Like I want to say, the only thing I would say is like maybe we just work towards like an earlier time. The main reason we did 7 o'clock today was because he had to do he had to do this trick or treating thing and stuff like that. So I would say for Sundays, maybe like between 5 or something like that. I would say it'd be a good time. It would be a good time for like the audience and stuff like that. If it still work out for y'all, though, you know what I'm saying? But like we was up with like 2 hours, so I think we just had a lot to say. But like we didn't get through all the videos, which is just fine. But like I don't know. Like that's all I already said about it is we just I think maybe next time we'll probably have less to say about the next videos and shit like that. So we have more content for throughout the week.
So you trying to shoot for like a 2-hour slot or like how?
I really don't want to do 2 hours like that. I was really I mean, no, you know what? I do gotta say it for a 2 hour because when people start calling in, that's gonna kind of add to like the screens, the showtime, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So I don't know. It's probably gonna be like 2 hours and stuff like that. But if it's just videos, it's most likely it's gonna be like an hour. we all just had a lot to talk about today. But like I said, if you like I said, King watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. Teacher like watch a lot of YouTube. Like a whole bunch of us like watch a lot of YouTube. So it's like my thing is don't just if you see something that you like, don't just send me don't just limit you. Just don't limit it what you share to just being like TikToks or something like that or short form videos. If you like listen to podcasts, anything like that, or anything that's like kind of long form, just take out those timestamps and then send me the video along with the timestamp, and then we can have like and then we can have a dialogue based on that because I do want to be trendsetters also. I don't want to just pick up on content that's like trending. You know what I'm saying? I would like to open up dialogues that other people haven't. You know what I'm trying to say? Aren't we talk about like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all. That's pretty much all, man. I appreciate y'all coming up here for me, man. There's gonna be something big, man. Especially with us being as funny as we is.
Never gave you 5 out of 10. Just gotta make them bitch pop. I know they're gonna be bad.
I mean, the delusion is definitely a thing. Like I try to represent their arguments to the best of my ability, though. Are you on the phone?
I come out some at Mark. I'm gonna leave Mark out.
Because I might as well
come
keep
on,
on.
come on, Mark.
Who that?
Come on.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you was at your mama's house. Oh, I thought you. Oh, no, okay. Oh, okay. I get. Oh, no, I thought. Never mind, dude. You still in my house, dude. I thought you was my mom. What you want me to do? What you want me to do, man? I asked me what you want me to do. I mean, it's good.
So Maurice, homeboy, made some tunes for us.
Is it Maurice homeboy?
Yeah, that's what you listen to around.
Oh, you got some original made shit.
Yeah, that's all this.
I'll just stop over and get it for you, mom. Just go home.
I need to just. The next thing I need to do is mess around with elements,
no,
stream
cool,
elements,
because I mean.
What do you call those, like layers and stuff like that? I forgot what those things are called, but like when people watching, they'll see the chat and all that stuff, and then banners, and when somebody subscribes or leaves a super chat, they'll all that stuff will show up and all that shit. So I gotta work on that too.
I'm trying to figure that shit out now. Like I see like how they do the add-ons on Twitch and shit. I'm just trying to figure out how to get in OBS and all that shit.
Just you know how it is, man. You gotta YouTube everything nowadays. Yeah. It's just stream you YouTube and stream elements. That's what you'll be looking up. Stream elements and then just watch that tutorial. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got like I said, original art. We got a banner up and all type of shit on the regular YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Alright, man. Appreciate you.
I gave you some 2 to 3 minute skits. You chop them bitches up. Tell you, one of them bitches gonna go viral. I've said shit to piss a lot of people off. I said shit. I know somebody
King was a fucking machine, bro. I'm trying to tell you, we gonna call you King Savage, and then you gonna, like I said, you a fucking machine, though. Like I feel like my thing is just to empower you by giving you something to give you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to say. So I think that's a good thing.
It's cool because what he said.
Of course.
I mean, I was prepared for it because I already talked about it, and it ain't no way you can tell me that's what it's really supposed to be because I promise you that's not how Jewish kids or white kids are brought up. They don't tell us that's how you know that nigga got some money because that nigga got a nice car. They don't teach you. You see what I'm saying? So why are we teaching them that? Because if we're trying to be successful, right, we got to model ourselves after successful people.
A successful group of people. Yeah.
So, and we're modeling ourselves out of not technically real successful people. They're successful for a moment, but they don't have no longevity. If we model ourselves after drug dealers and pimps, they're only hot for a moment. It's only a few drug dealers that can tell you they got out the game, nigga, and they got a legit business. It's like a handful of niggas that can tell you that versus the millions of niggas that tell you, I was winning, my nigga. I was doing this, but now I'm here for 100. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's only a handful of group of niggas that can tell you that I got the game. I got a motherfucking car dealership or construction shit. You know what I'm saying? It's only a handful of those niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just like a lot of like degenerate style income. You know what I'm saying? If you get your money the shitty way, then it's only gonna be very temporary. That's why we do have to hammer down on like the whores. You know what I'm saying? And OnlyFans girls, and then the boys that just want to rap and entertain and shit like that.
And the problem is the OnlyFans shit. Like the women get so mad about it, bro. I mean, you can get your money, bro. I get you, but when the field becomes oversaturated, that's a problem.
It's not just that, because they're gonna get older, and what they do with their money when they was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now, you're right, but the problem is the field's oversaturated. Every bitch,
That's
you know
what
what I'm saying? Every bitch want to do that now.
Yeah, of course.
That just shows laziness. That shows you don't really want to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You have to still get out here and be productive. And I say you started off OnlyFans, you use it as a stepping stone, and you get a whole bunch of other shit. That's fucking great. But as long as you ain't do that shit for 10 years. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta expand.
It's cool to say, I did it for like 2 years, I got $2 million.
Saw Pinky did.
Yeah, I mean, Pinky still does OnlyFans.
Well, Pinky also owns her own porn industry. She had a little porn studio.
She became an owner.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's able to be an owner, so that's just the thing. But it's just a simple fact that if you say I got $2 million out of this, I would have bought like 3 trucks. But now I got 3 trucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she still stayed in porn. She didn't elevate out of porn. The whole thing is to use it as a stepping stone to elevate out of it. That's like Kim Kardashian. She started off with a sex tape, but she didn't stay there.
Yeah, let's stay on that for a quick second. But I mean, obviously, I'm agreeing with you because I'm really trying to boast your point. But like I said, I'm bringing up Pinky, but you have to remind everybody that not every girl in porn can be Pinky.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we can't have every porn girl come up with a studio, because that might be oversaturated.
Yeah, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. And they show you the OnlyFans shit because you're gonna see a lot of them is gonna make it, and a lot of them bitches ain't gonna make that shit. They're not gonna get that type of money. They're not gonna get to where they at. But that's the same shit with rap. That's the same shit with Willie Lynch shit. The whole thing is the OnlyFans shit, the same shit that Willie Lynch did for niggas. Show a few niggas that make it, so they all think they can all make it, and then when they try, we start kicking them niggas out. Nope, we don't give a fuck how good you are. Nope, we're gonna go let one of that nigga do it, and it's the same shit with the OnlyFans shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Same message.
Yeah,
it's just not niggas doing it no more. It's whites, Mexicans, everybody. So
yeah, I think the big thing was just keep black people out of group economics.
I ain't not to say. I definitely use OnlyFans. I can make a quick $1 million or $2 million off of, you know what I'm saying? I do it one time, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna swing it to get $2 million. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna act like it. If the bitch gonna pay me $2 million, $6 million, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. $2 million.
All right, now.
I understand the value of $1. Let's get this money.
But yeah, but like even with the YouTube channel and stuff like that, I still
you just need to go ahead and lock that shit up, man.
Huh?
You just need to go lock that shit up, man. You be killing me over there, shit, twisting it and spreading.
Are you talking about my hair? Oh, yeah, you got to deal with this nigga.
Lock that shit up, guys.
I ain't having it, man.
Lock that shit up, guys.
I ain't doing shit.
That's what's gonna happen, man.
Watching this.
He's gonna get the J. Cole thing going.
That's
trying to happen.
Everything good.
But that's what he did. He started off with that, then it turned around.
It's gonna stay this way. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna keep it like this.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna be no wild shit. All right, well.
All right, then, nigga.
All right, take care.